But still, the whole process of the mountains themselves.
Who created
It's
those
not like
things?
it's something that
Was
was
it?
built. It's not brick and mortar, bro.
Okay, no
You
problem.
understand?
Ben, go ahead.
So
Ben, go.
so this is how nature actually created itself, or
Okay,
however it became.
okay.
Understand? But I believe that it was created by God.
Yeah, we have
Understand?
dismantled that idea of belief. You said belief is not enough to make a claim true.
Yes, but
So why you
yo, Mr.
why?
Individual, your problem is that, my brother, you don't want to admit your fallacies as a scientist or as a scientific thinker, because you think that you know things, but you don't know anything.
Okay, no problem. Ben,
Understand?
can
And
you come back
therefore,
and
since you don't know anything,
Yes, I'm
then
here.
that
yeah,
makes you
Bafana is okay. It's okay.
a
It's okay.
bar.
Can you hear
Look,
me?
look. Let me tell you something, Mr. Individual. You do also fill up a lot of your arguments with things you don't necessarily understand fully, and I can prove
But,
it to
but
you.
Bafana, for you to say he don't know anything is an insult. How can you know? How can you say that?
Yeah, no
I
problem.
say that because he says that he believes everything. He has to be everything that
Yeah, yeah.
he knows. It has to be
According to your
proven.
own narration, you said nature. That's how nature created itself. Are you talking about nature or you're talking about God? Are you confused?
I'm talking about God.
So God
I'm
is
talking
nature.
about God.
So God is nature.
Of course.
Okay, you mean God? God is nature.
He's confused.
Yeah.
But let's
Yes. So
God. Yo,
Let Ben
listen, Sheikh
Bafana hold
Abu
on.
Abu.
moving you
Hey,
wrong
hey,
to
Bafana,
listen. God created
hold on
everything.
now.
God
Hold on.
is everything.
Let Ben speak first.
so
Just hold on. Ben,
so
go ahead.
so I joined the conversation at the time when Dan was trying to explain what evolution is, right? And this topic is very important to me because I feel a lot of people should understand this. Even if you do not believe it, you should understand why the scientists are saying these things, right? Even if you believe we just appeared from nowhere, you should have this knowledge, right? Because one of the biggest misconception people think scientists are saying is that we came from like a couple, like a man and a woman, gave birth like to everybody on this earth, and that argument is coming from people that believe in the creation story, or in the biblical creation story, that man and woman came together to give birth to the entire human race, right? But if you do any lookup, or if you do any research about that, you will understand that it says common ancestors, right? By common ancestors, they are not saying that we just spring up from ape, like all of a sudden, like 20 years later, we just transform into being apes, right? It means as we are socializing with ourselves, just like the way we are having like interracial relationship right now in like 2025, in the next like 100 years, the species, or we'll still call them Homo sapien, but the species then will not look like what we look today. They will have like a different a different physical appearance, maybe the texture of their hair or the appearance on their face, right? So if you look back in, like, let's say 100 years before now, or let me talk about the time when we had like cameras, or when, like, if you check like 100 years like before now, or 50 years before now, you'll see that how humans look at that time is not how they look now. So this is how evolution happened. It doesn't mean that two couples just stay one day and start populating the entire earth. It means a lot, we are associating with our environment. Different species are associated with different species. If you take how dogs are being bred, you will see that it doesn't have to be any lab experiment or something. Like, if you crossbreed through two dog, the chances that you meet a new species is very high. Or let me not call it a species, I'm just calling it a species for the context of this argument. The chances that you meet a new type of dog, or a new look of a dog, is high. That is how evolution happened. It didn't just spring up like, let's say we just transform from ape, or there has to be a reason why us as human beings, right? We came from different apes, and it may sound as though it is only humans that have evolved through time. But if you look at other apes too, like the monkeys, the other great apes, right? Them too, they are evolving in their own environment, they are evolving in their own time. So I just want to contribute to Dan to explain that it is not as though other animals are not
That's not
evolutionary.
true, Ben Coda. Why are you making things up, bro?
There's a difference. There's a difference
So you want
between.
to tell me that the great rift that happened here in Africa that led to, the evolution of the Homo sapiens into being humans only happened to one species?
That is not what I said. So the problem is you already believe something and you are not hearing what is coming out from my mouth. I never said that. What I said was we did not
No,
just transform into being humans, right? We had
I'm
common
trying to understand.
we had
I'm
common
trying to
ancestors.
ask you. I'm trying to ask you so that you can clarify, right?
Okay.
What I'm asking you is when that event took place, you know about it, right?
There's no event. This you are judging by your belief. There's no sudden
Yo,
event that
listen, bro.
happened.
Like, okay, you don't know your entire evolutionary biology
No,
clearly because you don't know exactly
no,
what led to the evolution of the Homo sapiens into being human.
no.
Um, like
No, we
like
did not.
like
We didn't. There was no a particular time when, like a year, bam, we just became humans. No, that is not how evolution works. And the reason
exactly.
why
I know, but there was an event, bro. Go search it up.
you are speaking from your
Go
belief.
search it up. There
But
was an
Ben, you
event
see,
that
Ben,
that led to the change. You
You are
understand?
Ben,
speaking.
what
And
is
What
even
are
and
you
is
saying,
what
deflecting.
I'm what
Bafana?
what I'm
Like,
trying to do, Ben
hold
Coda.
up, Bafana.
Yo, Ben
Sorry,
Coda.
sorry for
Yo,
cutting
Ben
you off.
Coda.
But
Yo,
You,
Dan. Can I ask
you're
Ben Coda
spreading
something?
misinformation. You're
Yo, Dan.
spreading
Can I ask Ben Coda
misinformation.
something?
okay, you can ask
You
me.
guys are four of you. Like, there's four of you.
No, you are
You're
the one.
Understand?
spreading
You able to
misinformation.
give me enough time to talk.
No, you are the one
Like
interrupting
I'm
me.
trying
I
to
wasn't
ask you,
done.
Ben.
I wasn't done speaking,
Yo,
right?
Ben.
I
Yo,
wasn't done
Ben.
speaking.
Did you? Yo, Ben. Can I ask you?
Hold on
Yo,
first now.
Ben. No. I'm not gonna let him because you always
Okay,
cut
okay,
me off
okay, okay.
individually.
Ask your
I
question,
have
then
to
allow me
ask him
speak. Ask your question,
because
then
you
allow me
always
speak.
cut me off and try to want me to get me to
Yo,
Ask
answer
your
your
Bafana,
question.
question, then
I'm
allow
Bafana,
me
trying to
speak.
ask Ben Coda and you
Bafana, I
continue
think
talking.
you keep talking, but you say nothing.
Look, Shig, I'm trying to ask Ben Coda. I'm not even talking. I'm trying to ask a question, bro.
Guys, 1 minute,
Understand?
1 minute.
Yo, Ben,
Guys, 1 minute.
I'm asking you.
Guys, 1 minute.
Yo, Ben,
Mr.
I'm
Individual,
asking
please,
you.
can you try and mute somebody? Let's try because I'll be working since I remove you from the
It's not
moderator.
working. I can't.
Are you serious? I remove you and
I can
re-add you
really
again.
bring it. I can bring people up,
But
but I
everything
can't.
is activated here. I don't know why it's not working.
Or remove it then. Just remove it
No, I
from board.
remove it and I re-add you again. But everything is, yeah. Can you go down and come back again? Let's see.
Okay, let me drop.
Yeah. So Bafana, you were about to ask me. Please, when you ask me the question, you can please allow me continue, like finish speaking before you interrupt me, please.
Whatever.
Ask.
Continue.
So you are speaking as though an event happened, like an event just happened out of nowhere, and we started growing legs and having big brains. No, these are events
Try and
like
mute
that.
somebody. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Let me
Okay.
just face the moderator first.
Okay.
Did it work? You are muted now. Did it
Not
work?
working. I don't know why. Not working.
I think somebody muted Bafana right now and it worked.
No,
Or he muted himself.
maybe he's not on the app.
It's not on the app.
I don't know why.
Oh, I can't do otherwise because I remove you and anyway.
Oh, no issues. We can.
Yeah, we can go. So I'm here.
So
Thank you.
so since Bafana has forgotten the question he was about asking me, can you guys hear me? Okay, since Bafana has forgotten the question he was about asking me, there's no event that happened that made. Okay, we are talking about human beings, right? Let's leave human beings aside, right? The elephants did not develop a big brain out of a sudden event that happened. And elephants evolved to being an elephant that they are today. They did not just appear out of nowhere just appear as elephants. They evolved into being elephants. We know this for a fact because their characteristics or their physical attributes that exist between creatures that we know. If you bring the genetic formula of this creature from this creature, it shares like a similar genetic sequence, a similar DNA sequence. You understand? If you bring the DNA of an elephant and you bring the DNA of a human being, you can trace back to the ancestors where it was related. So we know that evolution happened because we share similarities with other animals. There was not just event that happened, or there was this like a boom that happened that human beings just transform into human beings, or elephants just had big brains, or human beings just start growing tall, or start standing like upright. You get? So I don't understand the event you are talking about. If there's one, you can just tell us what that particular event is called.
Yeah, and Ben is just trying to deflect. You know, when you are, he's the one with the claim that there's a God somewhere, but now he's trying to push everyone to science. So yeah, tell me how this came to be.
Yo,
That's not the problem.
listen,
That is
as the
not even our
individual.
argument. We are not talking about evolution or whatever. He's just pushing everything.
Nah, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge y'all because you're always challenging Christians here. Understand? Or you are always challenging all other religious people. And therefore, now it's time for you to answer your questions because
What
you guys
questions are
believe
you
in some
asking? You should be asking
in some
scientists.
logical stuff, right? Now, what I'm trying to ask Ben Coder, are you familiar with the Great Rift Valley and how it influenced evolution?
Can I respond to something
Are you
real
saying
quick?
evolution as a whole, or making
Bro,
humans?
you can look it up. Yo, my brother. Yo, my brother. Yo.
Are you
Who is this
talking
guy?
about? Are you
Pedro.
talking
Yo,
about
Pedro.
evolution?
You can Google the Great Rift Valley, my brother. I know you can show it up on the screen so that
Are you?
you
these
talking
It's a
atheists
simple
about
can
question. Are you talking
Pangea?
about evolution in general, or evolutions as humans?
I'm talking about evolution in general, bro. It cannot
Exactly.
happen in an isolated day. Yeah, Chief.
Exactly.
This thing
Exactly
cannot
the point.
happen in an isolated, it cannot happen, like the human evolution did not happen in an isolated vacuum or something like that.
Who said it
This
Exactly the
thing
was?
was
point.
happening
You are
around
making
other
the point.
species.
Who
You are
said
making the
it
point.
was?
You are making the point. That
Who
is
said
exactly
it
what
was?
we've been saying here. It did not happen in isolation. It
So
happened
what
as
I'm
a
trying
result of
to
interaction with other species alive.
Exactly. And then what I'm trying to ask you people is that you can actually believe that evolution and natural selection only decided to prioritize Homo sapiens over all the other
No, it
Never
wasn't a
species.
decided to
priority. That is
prior.
where you are
No,
getting the
that's what you
point.
are saying, man.
No, that is what you
That's
are
what you're
getting
saying.
wrong. No, that is
Can
what
you
you are
please,
saying.
Thinking we
Pedro,
are
can
so
you please
special.
check for the Great Rift, the Great Rift
Are
Valley?
you? Oh,
and
in
then and
America?
how it influenced. Just type the Great Rift Valley and how it influenced evolution.
Now I'm using
Or
my
Pangea?
old laptop, so I have to take time to set up the Windows first. But you people can
So
continue
you
to.
can't search for me.
No, no,
I
I
can't
haven't
do that
set the
right
window.
now.
You people can continue to talk until I set the window. Once you see I display
Alright,
something,
cool.
just know
Yeah,
that
like
I've set the
Nah.
window.
until
Cool,
that
my
comes
brother.
back,
Um,
I
I
wanna
guess
I wanna
I
get
guess
back.
I won't get my evidence so I can show you guys exactly what your evolution is claiming. Understand?
Which is
Which is wild to me.
It's
Understand?
not
which
a,
is
And
what?
anyway, can I ask you
it's
another
not a
question, guys?
claim.
No, no,
It
no,
is not
no,
a
Bafana,
claim.
hold up. Before you ask
Did
another
all these
question,
species
hold up, Bafana. I've
evolve?
been
Can
wait.
I ask
Hold
you
up,
then? Yo,
Bafana.
Dan, can I ask you a
Hold up.
question?
I've been waiting to ask you questions, and you're saying, "Let me ask you another question."
No. Can
You
I ask
literally
your
just
question?
Bafana, hold on.
you literally just said, "Let me ask you another question."
Yeah, let me ask you.
Dan, go
Another
ahead, go
question.
ahead.
I've been trying to. I'm trying to get back to your earlier statement, trying to clarify why do you keep saying that? Why do you keep saying we believe in logic? Do
You
you
don't
know
believe.
how that
You don't.
sounds?
Yo,
No,
Dan. You see, this is
Bafana.
exactly why I
Here we go
agree.
again.
You don't
Bafana.
believe.
That's not what I'm saying. Don't strawman me. Earlier, I told you that believing is not my topic. My topic is why you think accepting logic is a bad thing. I'm not talking
Yo,
about the believe part.
and that's what I'm trying to prove to you, Dan, that you don't necessarily take logic. You take
That's
what you're
AI
told by your
overview.
evangelical
Hold up,
scientists
Bafana.
who are
Hold up,
teaching
Bafana.
you
Hold
science.
up, Bafana. Pause. Sorry. Like, host. That's an AI overview. Wait. I'm gonna look
Can
up the
atom be observed?
literal
No, you cannot.
research.
Definitely. You cannot observe a flipping atom. I told you guys, well, you guys, you like, you are also believing in fallacies and you think that you know stuff. That's what I'm trying to prove to you guys. And you're saying all the time when you come to these lives, you're just like, Christians are crazy. They believe in things that are not there. But you can't observe an atom, but you know about it. You've studied so much about it.
Oh, Bafana, please. We have
You're like,
instruments.
yo,
Hold
Mr.
on, hold
Individual,
on.
am
Bafana,
I
We have,
lying or not?
you
hold
keep
on.
going on and on without
Observe an
saying
atom.
anything.
Oh my
You keep
days.
going and on without saying anything, actually.
And the problem is what he's saying there is like humans cannot use their eyes to see atoms. That's true. But we have instruments that
I'm
do
trying to
that
prove
too.
to you guys
Host,
that you
wait,
believe.
Bafana. Hold up. Wait, hold up, Bafana. Host, you are bringing up an AI overview. I have a post from University of Dakota that says
No, no.
yes, you can see atoms, but not in
That
the literal way that
exactly that is
humans
what
like to
this AI
observe
review is talking
things.
about.
That's exact. Like host, I'd like it if you could pull up. Like, can you go down on this study? Maybe like
That is what the
go
AI
down
review is
on
talking
this.
about.
Yeah, AI. No, 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 no.
That is even what the AI
No,
said.
can you go down?
Okay, no
Like, I
problem.
want to go to the
Yo, pull it
University
up,
of
Dan. Pull it
Dakota.
up.
No problem, no problem. Just a
Oh
minute.
my days.
I don't see that. I literally said, can you observe atoms? And it didn't come up the same for us, I guess.
Wait, hold on,
What do
Dan.
you
Can
want
we
me to
understand the
search?
question? Are you saying that
What do you want me
can
to
we
search?
observe atoms with our physical eyes, like directly?
Yes.
I'm
That's
saying that.
like hold on, like without the use of any instrument, we can observe it
Even
No,
directly.
no, no, no,
instruments
no.
can
That's
observe.
not what I'm saying.
Even
No, no,
instruments
no, no,
cannot
no.
observe atoms,
No,
bro.
not within. Not we cannot observe it with an eye. It's too small to be
Okay,
observed.
good. That is what the AI review is saying. If you look,
What?
if you read, Bafana, hold on. If you
Yo,
read the AI review right
read
now,
the
that is.
entire thing.
Yeah, I just
Oh
saw
my
AI
days.
overview and I did not
To
like what it's
visualize.
saying.
You don't see it.
What is to visualize? What does it mean to visualize?
Yeah, like
Pull up,
albeit
pull up the
indirectly.
definition of
That's like
visualize because you guys don't understand what the
What is
visualization
visual?
is.
Visual is to see now, Bafana.
like
What are you saying?
There are
literally.
I
specialized
want to.
techniques
Hey,
and
it's not the same
instruments that
thing,
allow
man.
scientists to visual and study atoms.
So I want to ask Bafana a very honest question, right?
No, wait,
If
wait,
you
wait. What does
okay.
to visualize mean, Bafana?
Yeah.
Yeah, pull up the definition of visualize. I don't want to even talk to you anymore. Just pull up
Answer his question.
the
Yo,
definition.
Bafana, calm
Don't
down,
worry, let
bro.
me
Calm
let me
down.
pull it up. Let me pull
Before
it
you
up.
said it, you said we think you are
Bafana will
crazy.
crash
Yes,
out.
you people
You
are
guys
crazy.
believe, you guys believe, you guys believe Google more than you believe me. Just pull up the definition for visualize and cut the long story short.
Okay, so now you don't
Represent.
believe in the Google?
Format a meta image of
Make
imagery.
something
Is that
visible to the
seeing
eye.
something or is that making up something?
Making something visible to the eye. Form a mental image or imagine. Those are the two
Thank you.
definitions.
Thank you. Is that you believe in imagination? So you've been
Bruh,
taught
Bafana,
not
What?
to,
you're wasting
and you
our
can't
time.
You
observe
could
them.
literally see the second definition. This is the thing about it, Bafana. You have confirmation bias. And earlier I was listening to you argue from ignorance. What you were saying earlier is literally called in this psychological term an argument from ignorance. Because you don't know something, then that means it's God. Literally, that's what you were saying. And this right
Okay,
here is confirmation bias. You see one thing and you
Dan.
ignore the next. Literally, the next definition is below it.
Hey, Dan. I'm just saying, bro. Pull up one picture of an atom.
Oh,
Yo, Bafana,
go
as a
to
Christian, your manual should be the Bible. Stop going side and side, trying to bring something else. Focus on the
I'm just
Bible.
saying, you got the internet right there. Pull up a picture of an atom.
So now the internet is your manual.
You
So
have
so
visualized, guys. Have you visualized an atom or not?
so the fact is you cannot see an atom with your eye, right? So
Oh,
wait. Just like the phone producers say there are billions of chips in our phone. You cannot open your phone and see those billions of chips there. If you pull up the Apple website, you will hear that there are like 13 billion transistors in a chip. You cannot just look at that chip and see the 13 billion transistors, right? But those
yes,
ones are not
yes,
created by God. They were created by human beings, and you cannot see them with your eyes.
Exactly.
To
yes,
everyone that is
yes.
tapping the
But
screen,
if you pull
thank you
up a
very much.
microscope, you won't. Yo. If you pull up a microscope, you will be able to see that
Exactly,
particular.
just the same way there are tools. You can use a
Nah, you
microscope to
can't.
see.
You can't. They
Wait,
make it up, bro.
wait,
Ben,
They
wait,
make it up.
wait,
thank you for the
wait,
finger
Oh
hearts.
my
I
goodness.
saw it.
wait. Just like right when you pull up a microscope, you can see the 13 billion You can see the 13 billion transistors in your phone. Just like that. There are special tools to see atoms. You cannot just see them with a microscope because they are too tiny to be seen with a microscope. When you clump a billion atoms together, you are able to see them because they exist. But
Absolutely.
in
Exactly.
Yes.
isolation, you cannot see them. I don't know
Because
how
they are
that is
too
so.
small.
They
So
are
you
too
are
small to be
admitting, hey,
seen.
my brother, you are admitting that you don't have a picture of an atom, right? And you don't know exactly what an atom is,
We don't have a picture of
right?
an atom, but
Yes, we
Wait,
don't have a
like,
picture of
when
an
we
You
atom.
combine them
don't,
together,
bro. You don't.
brother,
It's not
brother,
the same thing as
brother.
that
So
chip
Bafara,
that
what
you're
do
talking.
you really mean?
Because I'm
What do
sure
you
they
want
can
to
tell
say?
you exactly how they
Just
designed that
come to
chip.
conclusion so that we
brother,
all
brother,
understand you.
when we
So I'm
combine them
trying to
together.
show you guys that you believe in science.
No, we
You
don't
believe
believe in
it.
science, brother. Listen,
Yes, you
We
believe
don't
it,
believe in
bro. You
brother,
science,
believe.
calm
bro.
down,
You
calm down.
believed
We
in an
know
atom
science.
until now.
Brother,
Until I
calm down.
proved to you
Brother,
that
calm
you
down.
don't
Brother,
see, you
calm down.
can't
You did
observe
not
an
prove it.
atom.
Brother, calm down. You did not prove it. Do you know that you can go to the lab and literally put atom of hydrogen and oxygen together and it gives you water?
What?
No,
Yes.
that
What are
that
you talking
that
about, bro?
that's
Yo, Pedro, don't
pseudoscience.
start. Don't start with
No,
the
no, it's not
That's
pseudoscience.
pseudoscience. It's
pseudoscience.
not pseudoscience. It's not just a single atom, but you can create water
No.
from
Okay,
the
pull
lab.
up the evidence. I pulled up the evidence that you can't observe an
You
atom.
can.
So
Pull up the
what you
evidence
can
what you're talking about.
What is
have
pseudoscience? We can create
is
water
those.
from the lab,
See, you don't bring.
but you
Yeah,
cannot
you use.
individually separate the atom. Like this is the one atom, but
Yeah,
you can
of course
create
you can do
volumes
that.
of water, and then that would tell you how many atoms you use, because we know that what
No,
makes
no,
water
no. I think
is
no.
H2O.
What? Sorry, I think you're mixing it up. So it's
Okay, go
not
ahead.
like how many atoms. The atom is representative of one of the,
That is
like
what I'm
if you
saying
have
now. Then we don't call it how many
hydrogen and
atoms. We can call it
oxygen.
molecule. That time.
No. The two of them is molecule. Hydrogen and oxygen, both of them are molecules, but
Yes,
one of them is an atom.
exactly.
So it's just a representation of what is present. It's not like you could say how many atoms. No,
No, we
but
cannot say. I
you
understand
could
that.
use
I understand. But we can
abu
produce
abu.
water
So
from the
what you
lab.
could use to calculate that is the molarity.
Exactly.
You understand?
But what I'm
So
saying
you
is
can't
this.
actually say that okay, this is the amount of atoms that we have. No, you can't actually say that. But you have Avogadro's
The point is
constant.
making is that we can
oh,
create water. That is what it's trying to
We
say.
can
yeah,
When
create
you,
hold,
water.
Yeah, maybe if you maybe in a condensation I mean distillation method, perhaps you could have the gas reflux back into getting back water. Perhaps maybe it gets vaporization, then it comes back, maybe in that sense. But if you kind of want to track two molecules of hydrogen and one atom of um, oxygen, I think that's going to be very, very difficult to do. Like to actually create that water is going to be very, very complex. It's
So,
very
so to be
complex.
difficult
is it
doesn't
is
mean
uh,
it
it
has not
possible
been
hold,
that
done
we can
can
before.
I
create or
make
not?
you,
That's
It
the
has been
most
done several
important
times
part.
before. It has been done several times before.
Yeah,
Exactly. I don't know
could
why
you
we are
say
Using
where it
hold,
hydrogen
has
and
been done?
oxygen and fusing them together to make water has been done several times before.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
where has it been done? Where?
host,
You
can
need
I
to you need to do your research before you make a claim like that.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's not
You are just
possible.
going
That's
off.
not what I said. I didn't
It
say
has
it's
been
not
done.
possible. Okay, just give us where it has been done, at least.
Pedro,
You can do your research.
can do your
Well,
research
it's
based on
I
out
the
of the
understand. I'm not
board.
saying it's not
It's
possible, but
literally
could you
on.
just
If it's possible,
It's
what are you
there,
arguing about?
Yeah,
guys.
but
It's
just
What are
tell
you
me, it's
there.
arguing
not a
about? If
very
it's
common
possible, what
thing
are you
to do.
saying?
It's
That's what I'm
there
saying.
on the. It's there on the screen.
Sorry?
You know, some
It's
people just
there
came
on the
here to
screen.
argue because they just like
I
to
just
argue.
don't understand. You're arguing something that you say it's possible. What are you
Host,
arguing
can
for?
I
Yeah, I
make
said it's
you?
possible, but I didn't say I haven't seen anyone actually creating
So
what.
what are you arguing when someone is making the claim that it
Exactly.
can
I
happen?
said I said I'm not arguing. I said bring the proof. Is that wrong to ask?
Look at your screen. Look at your screen
No,
there.
no, no. Is that
Literally on
wrong
the
to
screen.
ask?
Look
Like
at
Pedro,
bring
your
the
just
screen
proof.
there.
just
You
do a
don't know
research where it
something,
has
you
been
just
done
come to
before.
I'm not
argue
saying
about
I
it.
said it's
That's the
possible, but
problem.
I didn't
Just
say
bring
it's
the
not.
research where it has been done before. Just Google has what has been created in the lab
Host,
before. Just
Host
bring
don't
it
pull
so you
them
guys
up
can.
now. Host pull them up.
No, he was
host,
asking about the
host.
possibility. Just bring up a research where it says what has been created.
Yeah, that's a good question. Co-host, I've been trying to make you search a post that says from MIT, which shows that they took the snap of an atom, free range atoms.
I didn't get you.
Do you know MIT, like
Yes, MIT.
Massachusetts?
Yes.
Yeah, MIT, like they have taken a snap of an atom. If you could Google MIT snap of snap first image of an atom, you'll find it.
Yeah, I think you find it, but that's true. I saw something earlier when I was digging into this. For me, Bafana is just, I don't know what Bafana is on to. What point is he trying to make with science? Are you saying science is your God? Because I don't get your point.
So I may not believe in religion, right? But I take this thing very seriously because if you look how Bafana is saying this thing, he really believes this thing. So you cannot ignore religion in this world because when you are bringing out facts, people seriously do not agree with you. They don't want to believe you because of their religion. So you have to take this thing very seriously.
Phoenix, the
Yeah.
father literally said, "Why do you accept logic?"
Why do
How do
I
you?
accept logic?
Yeah, he literally asked us, "Why do you accept logic?" Like, how do you respond to such a question?
Why wouldn't you accept logic? Logic is the
Thank
most
you.
fundamental thing to
You, as
exist.
a religious person, even understand that logic is the most important thing. And he
Yeah.
is saying, why do you accept or believe in logic? You
I
guys
mean
believe in logic. You guys
that's
believe in
ridiculous
logic
to
is
say
insane.
because even if you say one plus one, it's actually logic. So I don't understand why someone wouldn't say
To me, I think
logic is.
Bafana is just confused. He's just
Yo,
trying
yo, yo,
to.
listen. Yo,
Yeah, Bafana
I'm
is
not
confused.
confused.
Bafana is
I'm not
confused.
confused.
I'll be still there listening to you guys.
Bafana is
Yo, I'm not
confused. That's
confused.
why I just don't
You know
understand.
why I started raising my voice because Mr. Individual kept cutting me when I'm trying to make a point. That's all. That's the only reason I never raise my voice when I have these discussions. But I could see
but
that if I don't do that, then he's not gonna listen.
but
Understand?
just calm down and
What,
go straight to
what,
your manual, which is the Bible.
what?
Okay.
Yo, Sheik. I was just trying to prove to you that you guys don't have the evidence for everything that you claim, and so
Before
just like
a minute ago, you said that we think you people are crazy, but in fact, you people are crazy because you think of drinking the blood and eating the flesh of a man. You know. So
yo, you
if
can't
I
be
know that you
serious.
have this kind of mentality,
Anyway, I
definitely
don't
you are
know.
crazy
I
to
don't know
me.
what to search anyway. I don't know what to search anyway. I just decided to do this simple search, but I'm not having that much strength to go further. He said, I just asked, has water been produced chemically? If yes, where? You understand? The answer he gave was yes, but I don't know if you were interested to read it, but I can leave you people to discuss on it. And I don't know what
Listen,
I
there are
put.
so
No,
many
host,
ways
don't worry yourself.
you could create
We have
water.
many
This
references,
one
so
is
don't worry
this one
yourself.
is clear now. There's no
So
need to. This
so
one is clear.
even from these are the ways like for instance, if you have a liquid kind of substance that contains like hydrogen and oxygen, so if you kind of dehydrate that substance, it will definitely give you water. For instance, if you get like synthesize, let's say maybe alcohol from something, there is a chance that the alcohol contains water, maybe from that thing you synthesize that alcohol from. So if you, for instance, boil that substance and maybe you do like a distillation or a kind of yeah. So when you do that, when water gets to its boiling point, so water goes off, and maybe other substance as well, kind of they go off, so you can get water from that.
But
So, but when you then say, I know you could get hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, kind of combine them, but I think that's more complex. But it's not something you would, do on a normal daily basis. That's
And
just my
we are not even talking about the
okay,
complexity. If it's possible, they can do it or
but
not.
what I'm
And
going
that
to ask Bafana, um, does that whether chemistry, whether we can produce anything chemically or not, does that prove God at all?
Are you asking me or?
No, I'm asking
You see,
Bafana. Is my
with
voice
Chris
okay?
Pedro,
Is my voice
Chris
loud
Pedro,
enough?
I was just trying to show you that every equation has something that does not make sense about it and something that we cannot necessarily prove,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And
Well,
so, for instance,
I agree with you
if
on that
if a
to your science.
chick, yeah. So if, for instance, right, you are trying to prove God, you don't necessarily have in your equation for God, you can't necessarily have all the values that are needed to give you a logical explanation of God.
Okay.
And
which God?
therefore,
Which God?
Okay,
Which God?
there's parts.
but Bafana,
But Sheik, why are you always
yeah,
like this, man?
but Bafana,
No, you said God, and I asked which God?
but Bafana,
There
My
can only
God.
be one God. There
Bafana,
can only
Who
be
is
Bafana,
one
he?
God.
Who is your God?
So
Bafana,
there can only be
Amata.
rationally, there can only be one God.
Bafana.
Whether you
Hey,
call
child.
him a Christian or Muslim God,
No, they
that
cannot.
doesn't matter. That's
No,
just
no,
It
no,
is
no,
not
no, no.
true.
You
perception.
cannot. You cannot say that. You
We
cannot
have
say that.
many types of gods. The Christian they have their God, the Islam they have their God, the
Yeah,
Christians they have
you
their
cannot say
gods.
that, please.
So you cannot say God. If you say God, you must explain.
Yeah. So this is the concept.
I
The
believe in
only
God. Hey,
wait.
Sheik, I
We,
believe in one God.
No,
which is your
this is the thing.
When I watch
which God is
Rationally,
that?
wait. Let me just explain this. Rationally, when you analyze them, there can only be one meaningful. There can only
That's
be one
that's
true.
that's a brainwash. That's a
No.
brainwash.
That
There, okay.
Yeah.
no. We can agree with you that they can only be, but they are not in our present
Wait,
world.
this is it. This is what I'm trying to say. Okay, when they ask you a question like true or false, so you see that that's very objective. That okay, there can only be one objective true.
But in the
So and
aspect of
that
God,
requires
answer the question in God. Let's use true or
yeah.
false.
So
Let's use
that
true or false.
requires
Ask your
so
question. Let's use true or false in the aspect of God.
okay.
Exactly.
So can God be multiple or can God be one unit? Multiple can God be multiple units or
No, no,
single unit? True or
no,
false?
no, no. You are saying the two together. Now, how can we say true or false in what
Okay,
you are saying together?
which of these makes sense? A multiple God or one unit God?
Is it the one that makes sense or which one? Just ask the question, not about what makes sense. Ask a normal question. You don't know how to ask
Okay,
true or false question.
okay,
Does
okay.
this
Let me
does
put it
it,
this way.
no wait,
Let
wait
me put it this way.
let me tell you how to answer true or false question. The sun shines at night at about 2 a.m. True or false?
true.
False.
Exactly. That's how to answer
Yeah.
true or false question.
Very simple.
So in some
So
Yeah,
places,
ask that
but we
question in
haven't actually agreed. Okay,
terms of God. Ask such question in terms of God.
okay. Let
I'm
me say
straining my
this.
voice already.
Let me put it this way. Um, True or false? One God created the universe, or multiple God
No.
created the
That's not.
universe.
Let
Which
me
of,
help
wait,
you with
wait,
the
wait.
question. Let me
No,
help you with the question.
Which of
Let me
these
help you
is
with it.
true?
No,
Wait,
wait.
that's false.
Let me help
wait,
you with the
wait. Please
question.
let me rephrase it.
Let me
Let me
help you with
rephrase
the
it.
question. According to
Okay.
our reality, one God created the entire universe, true or false?
Yeah, but you didn't include the other multiple gods.
No, you didn't hear me. That's how to
But you
answer
don't
true or
have.
false. According
Yeah.
to,
Yeah,
listen to the
because
question. Listen to the question.
you
According
didn't give me
to,
the choice of the
no,
other
no, you
multiple
don't
gods.
give choice in true or false question.
Yeah, but that's what you're saying. I said
No, you don't give
I was
choice. You
trying to.
don't answer true or false. You don't ask true or
So
false question
but in your
in two
question, you
ways.
didn't include the multiple gods.
No. That is how to answer true. Ask true or false question. This is how to ask true or false question. Listen to this.
No.
Listen to
The
this.
choice
Wait.
was limited.
Listen to
No.
this.
You
Listen to
didn't
this.
include it.
Let me tell
Yeah.
you how to ask true or false question, because this is what we use in our driving school here. It's true or false or true. Now, do you answer like this? When you are driving at night, you don't switch on the headlight. True or false? You cannot say a true or false question by saying that you switch off the headlights or you don't switch off the you switch off the headlight or you turn on
No,
the
so
headlight.
okay,
True or
maybe
false?
Exactly.
You cannot
wait,
answer true or
maybe
false question like that. True or false question is
maybe
one way. Then you can choose
Yeah.
the one way. You can agree with the one way or you disagree with the one way.
hold on. Yeah, this is it. So there can only be one true God. So whether you want to put it in that true or false concept, I think that's not going to be,
Okay. You said
reasonable.
I want to ask you a question. There are only one true God in our
No,
reality. True
you
or
can't say
false?
there are. No.
Okay, there is
There
only one.
is.
There is only one
There
true
is.
God. There is only one true God in our reality. True or false?
True.
That is false. You know why? Allah is a true God to Muslim.
Yeah.
No, but you said
Yahweh is a true God to the Jews.
No,
Jesus
you answered
Jesus is a true God. I say in our reality, there can only be there is only one true God in our reality. That is according to men. There is only one true God according to men. True or false? The answer is false, because there are multiple true gods. If I ask the Christian, that
you
Jesus is
haven't
a true God.
established. Wait, you haven't established if that in in itself
No,
is
listen
true
to the
or
question.
false.
Listen to the
Because
question. According
yeah,
to mankind, there is only
wait,
one
wait,
true
wait,
God. True
wait.
or
It's a
false?
perpetual debate, and no one has come to the final answer.
No.
So if you
It's
say
not a
it's
debate.
false,
It's a true God to them. Islam
no,
are not
because
debating Allah. Islam knows that Allah is a true God. And
yeah, but
Muslims,
that doesn't
hold
make
on.
it correct either.
No. You didn't get
Because we
it.
are talking about
Christians are not
rationality here.
debating Jesus. Christian knows that
Yeah.
Jesus is the true God. Now, if you ask in mankind, in our humanity, in our life, in this life, in our reality, there is only one true God. True or false? If you ask me that question, I will say false, because there are multiples of true gods. True
Are you
gods.
talking about names
Exactly.
of God? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm
We are
talking
talking
about
about
gods.
gods.
God.
No, because when you're saying you're talking about God, that means okay, there is each in every society or every kind
There
of
are multiple
religion, there
supreme
is
God. There are multiple
different.
supreme
Yeah.
God.
So
There
that
are many.
means all this. So that means in itself doesn't make sense, because if you're
Exactly.
saying
That
there
is
are
why
multiple
we
gods,
are talking about God today.
no, but yeah, but that's the thing. That's where the problem is, because if you're saying there are multiple of them, and okay, so which one is which?
Exactly.
Because
And the multiple we are
the
referring to
rational,
now, we are not referring to gods like the little one, like what Islam will call Ilah. We are not referring to gods. We are referring to supreme God. There are multiple supreme God. If you go to India now,
no, that's
you will
what I'm
see
saying.
Brahma as a supreme God. And
Listen,
Brahma is not Yahweh. Brahma is not Allah.
listen, my brother, you are contradicting yourself. There can't be
Why?
multiple.
There
Yeah,
can be, yes, there can be. It doesn't make sense to have multiple gods.
yeah.
Now,
So,
to multiple
but yeah,
supreme God. It doesn't make
but
sense
yeah,
to
we're
have
using
multiple.
rationality.
No, brother. It doesn't really. Me and you agree that it doesn't really make sense to have multiple supreme God to create one universe. It doesn't make sense. Now that in our reality we heard that there are multiple supreme gods that claim to create one same universe, and they all claim to create this one universe. by themselves without a contribution of each other, just me alone, it therefore means that they are all lying. That is how we detected that
No,
it
I
is a
think
lie.
you actually. I think. Wait, this is the problem. Yeah. Number one, you said in our reality.
Yeah, in our world.
As reality, that doesn't necessarily means that okay, people are actually realistic. Not everyone are realistic.
If you don't come to reality,
wait, let me finish.
If you
I'm
don't
just
come to
trying
this
to.
world, if you
it's just one
don't
part
have
of
life, wait, if you don't have life, you will not know, and you were not born in, you were born in Benin, in Nigeria, in the 18 DC, 18 BCE, you will not be able to know about Allah. So you must have, you
Okay,
must come to our reality
this is
before
what
you
I'm
can know
saying.
about God.
Wait, this is what I'm saying. So I said what I was trying to say was that some people could be delusional,
All
and some
of them
people.
are delusional. You cannot separate it. What is the measure? How do you know the one that is delusional and the one that is not delusional? What are the measure?
Oh, okay.
How do you know that?
If
How do
someone
you know
says,
that Muhammad is not the one that was delusional? And how do you know that Moses was Paul was not the one that was delusional? How do you know that? What measure will you use?
okay, so that's why we say we use logic and rationality. So, as a Muslim, we have idea of debate.
Are you a
So we
Muslim,
do.
Phoenix?
Yes, a
Yeah, I'm a
Muslim.
Muslim.
Yeah, I think
So we do debate. We do debate a lot. We debate. I mean, the Holy Prophet himself,
I want to ask a
actually.
question. I want to ask a question. Is it science that creates this our world?
Why would science
no.
create world? Science is the way to know
brother.
this world.
Science.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's not jump from one topic to another.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
finish with
Is it
Phoenix.
science?
He said it's a
Is it
Muslim.
science that creates this our world? Okay, now let's just
Wait.
assume science.
Let's focus on
I think
what
somebody
Phoenix
we
is
are
saying.
talking
Let's just
before.
assume.
Wait now, somebody we are talking
That's-
Wait,
before.
let's just assume science creates the earth now. Yeah? Let's just assume science creates the earth now. So what about
Please allow Phoenix to finish his
You just came
his
up
submission.
and somebody we are talking now. You just brought another thing.
Yeah, so calm
it's
down.
not even on the what we are deliberating on. Just calm down. That's you will speak. Even my voice
Just
is
allow
already
Phoenix
deep. Me, I don't
to
want to
finish.
speak.
Let Phoenix finish what he's talking about.
Yeah,
So
you
he
both
was
should
talking
listen to
about
him so
Prophet
that you both
Muhammad.
can help. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so the Holy Prophet, usually would invite atheists. He would invite them to the mosque, and he would have debates with them. And whenever he's having the debate, they use logic, and most of the time they actually lost because you end up in this a kind of this deductive argument, this kind of argument, as a matter of fact. So,
Brother, are
can't
you
possibly
really
say
sure that? Are you really sure that Muhammad had a debate with atheists? Are you really sure in his lifetime?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can check.
I was
You can
about
check
to
it.
ask him this question because I know Ali killed some. He killed some atheists and then burned them.
Are you
No,
really sure?
no,
Are you
no,
really
he
sure
didn't.
that Muhammad will
Can
have
I
a
can
debate?
I give you?
Are you really sure Muhammad can have a debate with
In fact,
with atheists,
Atheists.
with clarity? Like you can, like the way we are speaking now, you can speak. I can speak anyhow I like, and you can really speak
Muhammad
your
hates
truth. I can
atheists.
speak
What
your
are you talking
truth.
about, bro?
I don't think.
Okay,
See,
do you
even
Mohammed,
brother,
you can check it. It's not a.
brother.
You have internet with you, don't
Brother,
you?
no. It's not what about internet. Listen, I can deduce it that even with the church, believers does not even question.
That's not
the
Islam.
Pope.
Islam is not like
And
that.
in Islam,
Listen.
Islam is worse than the
Bro,
church.
bro.
No.
Yeah.
You don't
Is it the
understand.
same
What do
Muhammad that
you mean?
cannot read
What
and
do you
write?
mean?
Wait, is it?
Let me give you a reference where Ali burned.
It's not what they wrote about him. This is.
Shaiko,
It's not what they wrote about
is it
him.
the same
No.
Muhammad that
I
cannot
think
read and write that he's talking about?
you
or
are
another
mixing
Muhammad?
everything up.
I don't understand.
You have to understand Islam. No.
How
It's
can I
not like
tell you
that.
that Muhammad have a debate? You know what a
Onyx, is
debate
it the
is?
same Muhammad?
But do
Onyx,
you
is it the
know
same
this or not?
Muhammad?
Do you know this or you're
Onyx.
just arguing?
Onyx, hold on.
I have not
Is
read
it
it.
the same Muhammad?
I said if I read it in a book, I will just say
So,
they are
but,
trying to modernize Mohammed. They are trying to paint him good.
so why
That he
would you
have
be
a
saying
interaction.
something you actually
Mohammed
don't
that
know?
Mohammed that can lay weight on
Wait,
polytheists
it's just a
and
simple
unalive
question.
them.
Do you know
Mohammed
this or you
that
don't?
said that if they don't pay their jizya, they should be unalive. What do you see? These are
Just a second.
in those
I'm just going
primitive
to ask
time.
you
In
a simple
this
question.
primitive time, nobody questioned
Wait,
the
wait,
authority, bro. You can't have a
wait.
debate.
Do you know this or you don't? Just simple question.
Nobody
Yes or
have
no?
a debate with them those days. Nobody.
Do you know it or you don't?
Please,
Brother,
Just simple. Do you
with
know?
their character,
Host, can you?
and I can
This
deduce
is
how they live their life. I was not there.
But Chris,
This is
why
us
are you?
being very, very. I don't want to use that. I don't want to be offensive or.
No,
I don't
why
want
you
to
be
be
foolish?
disrespectful.
No,
But
you can
Muhammad
use,
never
no,
tolerated
but
can
that's,
use
atheists.
any
What are you
word.
talking about, bro?
You can use any word
no, I'm
you
not,
like.
I'm not going to use that. But
No, speak your
when
truth.
someone asks you,
Speak your truth. Speak your truth.
when someone asks you a
Forget
simple
about Chris
question,
Pedro.
do
Just
you
speak your
know?
truth.
Okay, are you being adamant? Like, do you just deliberately want to say no?
No, I'm not being
Or do you
adamant.
actually
I'm not
know?
being adamant. What I'm trying to do
Yeah.
is this. I was not there when.
So, do you know or you don't? Simple. Just answer.
What I'm saying is this. Listen, what I'm saying is this.
No, it's not hard. I know. Simple.
No,
I
I
don't know.
said I was not there. So therefore, I don't know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is this.
Chris.
What I'm saying is
So,
this.
but yeah.
Listen to me. If a Benin man come to me, I'm a Benin man. I can easily tell you, if a Benin man come to me and say that LY the Great, one of our king, because the present king now is bearing LY the second, because LY was one of the toughest Benin king ever existed. Now, if somebody come to me, whether it's an elderly man, is in fact is 200 years old man, and I'm a baby before him, and he tell me that LY the Great has a meeting with people that doesn't believe in him, people that is anti-religion, that is anti-king, and LY the Great has a meeting with them. They has a meeting, a conversation, and they were deliberating. I will say the person is lying. Do you know why?
Why?
With the characteristics of LY the Great that I was told, LY cannot do that. If people that is rivals have a meeting with LY the Great, except they are going to be speaking in favorism with LY the Great, in fact, they are not going to live to tell the story.
Okay, so
Please,
basically
Chris,
you're
sorry,
saying that
excuse me,
LY.
Phonics. Please,
So you're
can you
saying,
give us the reference where Muhammad debated with atheists? Can you give
just a
us the
second. Let me
reference?
just finish with what he was saying. So you're saying that LY or I don't know what
Yes,
to call it.
Oba LY the Great.
Ewari, okay. Oba Ewari, you are saying that is a authoritarian,
A tyrant.
a tyrant.
Most of the kings then were tyrants, and most of the religious leaders, they were even more tyrants than king. The Jew sword.
Okay, so
Example is
is
Muhammad.
Holy
Do you
Prophet.
know that if you speak against Islam, it is death?
No.
Apostasy
If you
law.
leave Islam,
If you leave Islam, it is apostasy law.
you must be
These people are tyrants, bro.
They must spy you.
No,
It's not a
most of the
democratic
things you're
world.
saying
You are
are
looking at it from the angle of a democratic world. We are living a democratic world now.
It's not a democratic
Exactly.
world. It's more
I
what you're saying.
hope my microphone is not too loud
pseudo-Islam.
because I try to
Wait.
volume it up because my voice is
Wait,
is already.
just a second.
No, it's okay.
I know you're saying this
Phoenix, let me say this. Let me say
from a
this.
sentiment part of.
It's not
No,
sentiment.
Phonics,
It's by
can you give us a
deduction.
reference
By
where
deduction.
the Prophet debated atheists? Can you give us the reference, please?
Yes, before
Okay.
you put the reference, is it the same Muhammad or maybe you have second Muhammad?
No,
But
the
is it the
same
same
Muhammad.
Muhammad that is it the same Muhammad that cannot read and write that is having a debate with unbelievers?
You know
Because
it's about you.
what sense is that?
No,
Sometimes
You
just
allow
think
him to give us
that.
the reference where he debated atheists.
Okay, give us the reference.
I'm
Give us the
curious.
reference.
Okay, so yeah, in Surah, historical debate involving Prophet Muhammad with Christians from Najran leading to Surah Al-Imran,
Give
with
us the
Jewish
number.
tribes.
Give us
Just
the number,
wait a
please.
second. Wait a second, please. With Jewish tribes of Medina, e.g., Banu Kaunuka or Kainuka, Banu Nadir, Banu Kureza. So another one here is with Meccan polytheist, who questions is often intellectual, spiritual, or moral nature, aimed to invite people to Islam with reasoning. So I don't know. Those are the ones I've said to you there.
No,
Debates
give
with
us
academics.
give us the number of the reference so that the host can put it on the screen, please.
Yeah, I've been reading it since.
No, you never give us the number. You are
Because the
just reading
numbers so
an article.
Okay. Just a second. Debate one with the Quran. Sorry. That's Quran Surah Al Imran. That's 359 to 64.
Quran 359:64.
Yeah. And the other one, Surah. This one is Hadith, and is Hadith Sahih Al Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, and Sirah of Ibn Ishaq. Debates over the Torah identity of final prophet and legal rulings. So
yeah, let me help you out anyway. Let me help you out.
So there is another one here.
No, let me help you out.
Excuse me,
Let me help you out.
please. You said Quran 59.
No,
64.
let me help you out. Let me help you out. That's why we have AI that can do the search for us very easily.
Okay.
AI is just a search engine. I think let me bring the screen out. I'm using my old laptop. Sometimes it's very slow because I've been long. I left this laptop. I'm editing video with my new laptop. Okay. It said I asked a simple question, and no, this AI is very respectful. In fact, it's an Islamic AI, Joseph. He's a Muslim. This AI is a Muslim. Because how do I know he's a Muslim?
Told you, but you guys thought.
Hold on. This AI is a Muslim because he said peace be upon him.
No, it's not because of that.
If you are referring to whether Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, debated with atheists, historical records from early Islamic sources suggest that why the prophet primarily interacted with polytheist Jews and Christians, there were also moments where he engaged with people who denied the existence of God or rejected resurrection and accountability, ideas similar to atheism. And as not just atheism, but similar to atheism, because it is hardly before you see person who fully declare that there is no God, like with the way we say now. If I'm not dead, they will give that person death.
No, that's not the case.
No, hold on, calm down. We all know. Even where we were not there, we can deduce with their own writings.
No, but you are the one who claimed it was.
I am deducing it from it. I'm not claiming it. I know their characteristics through their books.
You said earlier that there's no way.
Sometimes,
brother. See, I'm not afraid to say that I deduced it by myself.
No, but you are lying.
No. I'm not lying. I'm deducing it. I am proud enough to say I deduced it by my
Why would you be proud
by my brain? No, it's from my brain because of their characteristics. They said, show me your friend. Listen, have you heard the saying?
That's why I asked you.
Brother, have you heard the saying that says, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are?
My friend, I told you, I asked you.
Have you heard the saying that says, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are?
I was being fair to you. I asked you, do you know or you don't know? But
and I was very plain to you. I said I deduced it.
Yeah, but why would you deduce something you don't know?
I deduced it through the characteristics of their characteristics in their books.
Let me tell you something. I know you're Nigerian, and I'm also Nigerian. So, but these traits of ours, we actually do have this trait a lot. That we used to call something Obasabi in Nigeria. That's exactly what you are doing.
Brother,
Because
You are doing
brother,
the same thing,
brother,
Phoenix. You know, you're
brother,
also doing the same thing.
brother.
I
If
wasn't. I
brother,
told him that there is a debate.
brother.
Yeah,
If
but the Quranic verse you give us is totally different from this one.
no,
That's why I was trying to let him put what you gave him.
no, there
Yeah,
are verses.
but
I said let me
they-
help you. I said let me help him out. I put some verses here. Even
Yeah,
AI will
but
put
the
some
verse,
verses.
it was explaining that, okay, those verses, those things that led to those verses, it was a debate that led to those verses. You understand?
If the Quran can be false and fairy tale, why do you think this thing that I wrote about them is also a true?
Wait
Why are you
to
trying
wait
to
also
to
a truth.
wait
tell
to
us?
wait to.
It's
You
also
think
a
we are here
truth.
to
Every time an incident happened to Muhammad, Allah will come and speak a word concerning that. Am I correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
it
how
happens
he
like
gets
that.
away
Yeah,
with
it
all
does
his
happen.
So when
activities.
Muhammad married the
The 6 year.
ex-wife
No, which
of
Khadija.
his adopted son, there was a
Zaid.
word that came
You are
from
talking about
Allah.
Zaid.
Yes, a word came from
Okay.
Allah. So when they had a debate, a word came from Allah. But unfortunately, we have a lot of things going on today, and nobody's hearing from Allah anymore.
What do you mean? Like no one is hearing from Allah?
Nobody's
Do we
hearing from
have
Allah
any prophet?
anymore now. Like as the Quran were written, anytime
Yeah.
there is an event, maybe the Muhammad had his debate with Christian Muslim, Allah will just come because it was not Muhammad that wrote this Quran. Am I correct?
No.
It was Allah that said it. Allah will just come and speak to Muhammad and then they'll put it down.
No,
And
Allah
then,
doesn't come. You see, listen, my brother,
I
Chris,
mean,
I
Allah
live
word
in
will
Chris,
come.
Nigeria
Chris,
and I've said it earlier.
Chris.
You see,
There
the
is
way
two
you
type. There
the
is
way
two
you
type
talk.
of Quran. So I
So
was trying to
when
ask
you're
Phoenix,
saying
which Quran is he
that,
using? Is he using Warsh or is he using Hafs Quran?
so
Because
when
there are
you're
two types
saying
of
that
Quran.
words like God comes down, God does this, it's not like that. You should, at least you said you're a critic of Islam. Yeah,
Phoenix,
that's
you understand
understandable.
what he's saying when he
But
said
once
God
you're
comes
saying
down to
something,
Muhammad. What are you saying?
be factual,
Muslims are
be saying
just
it rightly.
some people who
Even
Allah sent Jibril, so it's the same thing he's saying. Allah
No,
sent
it's not the
Jibril, so
same
it's
thing.
like, why
No,
what
it's
I'm
it's
not
not
the
the
same
what
same
I'm
thing?
thing.
saying is
It's
this.
I don't
not.
want the
Listen,
baby here.
listen, brother.
Who sent Jibril? Who
Listen,
sent
brother.
Jibril to Allah?
Allah
Exactly.
sent Jibril, but it's not
And
Allah
Sorry to
coming
Muhammad.
down.
this is not Jibrin's word.
You
Am I
have to
correct?
you know a lot about
Brother, this
Islam,
is
isn't
not
it?
Jibrin's word. Am I correct? Quran is not Jibrin's word.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Exactly. That's
So
what I
it's the
said.
same
I
thing.
said
That's what you said.
anytime they
No,
have
but
an
you
argument,
said
brother,
Allah
calm
comes
down.
down.
Anytime they have
Yeah.
an argument, like for
Yeah.
example, the time he strike
But be
his wife,
articulate. What I'm saying is
the time he strike his wife. Listen, now the time he strike his wife, Jubril now came with Allah's word and said, Allah said we can pamper our wife, but if we talk to our wife, they are not taking, we can strike them. Yes. Then
Yeah,
the time
wait,
he
this is what I'm
marries, the
saying.
time Muhammad marries
Listen, my friend.
his
Listen,
adopted
please.
son ex-wife,
Just let me
Allah
quickly say
bring this
something.
word through Jubril and said
Let
we
me
can marry our
let me
adopted
just
son
let me just
ex-wife.
quickly say something. Let me quickly say something. You see, when you're making this your claims, please be articulate. Is that right? Is that
That is
fair?
not a claim. This one is not a claim. This one is a
No, I'm
factual.
just saying, whenever you're making anything, like saying anything,
But this one is not a claim
just
now.
try
He's
I'm
not
and be
asking you.
making it.
articulate.
He's saying you what is in the book.
I'm not
I'm
making
just
a
telling
claim.
him, like, if
I'm
you're
saying
saying
how
all
the
these
book were
things,
written. And I'm asking you to confirm it.
yeah, I'm just asking you to be more
Listen
articulate.
to what I said.
Yeah.
I'm not making a claim.
All right.
You see me,
Okay.
I'm not afraid to make a claim. That's why if you see the submission of the Eddie, you see a quotation mark. That is to say that I quoted it. I said this. This is my submission. That's why it is written on quotation mark. God is an ancient concept. Whether you agree or not, you can disagree or agree. This is my own quotation. That's why I put it there. I said it.
Yeah, which is perfectly okay.
Yes.
Honestly, it's okay.
And now, anytime I'm
because
saying things, I'm bold enough to say
yeah,
I said it. Now, listen to
yeah,
what I said. This last one,
yeah,
I'm not making up things. I'm asking you to
okay,
confirm it. Listen
yeah.
to what I'm saying. Was the
All right.
Quran written completely in a whole in one day by Allah?
No. It
That
was
is, Quran was in a
revealed. It's
process.
not written. Listen, this is why I said.
Okay,
be
was it
articulate.
revealed?
Yeah.
Was it revealed?
Just wait.
Listen to
Wait.
my question. Now you have corrected
Okay.
me. Thank you for the correction that it was not written, it was revealed. Was the Quran revealed once, or it was revealed series of time as a result of events?
It was revealed with the within 23 years. Yeah.
Okay, but
Within
was
the
it
span
revealed?
of
My question is,
23
was it
years.
revealed once, or it
No, no,
was
no. They
revealed
were
gradually,
all
in respective of, respectively to events?
no, not all. There are some who are revealed based on events, and there are some who are revealed as a necessity.
Okay,
Like
but I'm not talking about the one that
yeah,
was revealed necessity. I'm just looking
yeah. There are
whether
some. There are
it was
some that
revealed by events.
yeah. Some are revealed based
Okay,
on rules
okay,
of
that is what I'm
laws,
saying.
and
That is what I'm
yeah.
saying.
So
I said
yeah.
anytime an incident happened,
Mhm.
Allah will speak to Muhammad
Not
through.
all. Not all.
Wait now,
So
for example,
Why not
yeah.
now,
all? Why do you
for
say not
example,
all? All.
Yeah, it's not all, my friend. It's not
Why?
all.
Why do you say that?
What do you mean? Why do I say that? Is it all events that Quran will be revealed?
All the listen, the Quran came
Listen,
down.
if you don't have anything to say, let me just speak with the host.
Listen. According to Asbabul Nuzul, everything was revealed on purpose.
Yeah, I don't argue that.
You understand me? So it's the
So
same
what
thing
are you
that he's
saying?
saying.
Why did you even interrupt to begin with? You have nothing to say, but you still interrupt anyways.
no,
Because
everything
I'm
was
part of
revealed.
this conversation.
Yes,
You are
And
part of it, but make a significant impact to it,
no, that is what
rather
he's
than
that's
saying
what
just
I'm
now.
saying.
responding.
That's what I'm
You were
saying, bro.
denying what I was
But
saying, but he's
there's
confirming
no
it.
crime in keeping quiet, though. Do you
No,
know
no,
that?
no, no. You cannot
No,
keep
he said.
quiet. Do you know the
No,
reason
if
why
you
he's,
don't
to
have
keep
anything
quiet.
do you know the
tangible
reason
to
why he's
say, you
asking?
can
Do
just
you know
keep
why you're
quiet.
asking him to keep quiet? Because you know that I'm not a Muslim. Because he's measuring name. You
No,
easily
no,
deny
no.
what I was
That's
saying,
not
but
what I'm
he's
saying.
measuring name to
He
confirm
was
it.
saying things that doesn't make any sense.
No, no, it makes
It's
sense.
something
For
I
example,
said.
give me example. Give me example.
How is it not making
I
sense?
was talking with the host. I said it's not every situation that requires
Every
a
situation,
verse.
it is every
No,
situation.
no, no. It's not everything that happens within the lifespan of the Holy Prophet that requires revelation. No, there are some things
Yeah, it's
that just
true.
need basic logic. You can't say everything. No, it doesn't work
There
like
is
that.
no logic according to Islamia.
No, there's
Are
no
you for
logic.
real?
There's no logic, brother.
Yeah,
There's no logic.
there is no logic.
Because
There is no
Islam, there is no
if there
logic.
were logic, brother,
no.
if there were logic, let me tell you one. If there were
So
logic,
wait. You
brother, let
said
me
there is
tell
no
you one that
logic.
there's no
Where did you
logic.
get that from?
Yeah, let me
Where
tell
did
you
you get
one.
it
Okay,
from?
Let me
okay.
tell you one that there's no
Listen.
logic. Wait. Let me tell you one that there's no logic. If there were logic, you are supposed to know that humans have right not to be victimized. Humans have right to take a decision to say
You
that
know what's funny? You know what's funny there when you
religion is
said
not by force.
Islam. You see, when you said Islam does not have logic, you see, one of the earliest scientists are actually mostly Muslims, and they use logic and rationality
No, no,
to
there's no
You
come
said
to
logic.
their
what?
There's no
conclusion.
logic there.
Can you repeat
Do you
what you
know
said? You
algebra?
said one. No, please. Can you
Algebra.
repeat
Wait, wait.
what you said, please? I want to
Do you
hear it
know
clear.
algebra? Algebra.
What happened to Ojibra?
Yeah.
Algebra.
Was he a Muslim?
Algebra in math. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do you know why it was called algebra?
Why? Tell us.
Why?
Yeah. Okay, you don't know.
Tell us.
Okay. So is I'm just going to put up his history here.
And after you finish, you give us just one logic according to Islamia.
One logic. So
Just one.
And I'm very glad that I have an ex-Muslim here.
before he
He
come
doesn't
up,
really
there is
want you to speak because he knows that you are ex-Muslim.
no,
there is
what
there there
I like
there, there,
speaking with
there is situation
ex-Muslims.
at hand now that I think they are trying to try one girl, lady, 22 years girl, because she converted to
So this
Christian.
is his name.
Asmodus,
His name is
Amateur, I greet you, sir.
Al-Khawarizmi. Al-Khawarizmi, a Persian mathematician, is widely considered as father of algebra. He wrote the book Al-Kitab Al-Muktasab fi Asab Al-Jabir wal Mukabala. So
Sorry, please. You say
person
what is his name? What is his name?
Al-Khawarizmi.
Al-Khawarizmi.
Yeah,
Okay.
Al-Khawarizmi is a Muslim. That's the person who gave you this algebra, and you said Islam doesn't have logic.
Brother, listen to this. In those days, whether you are a physician, whether you are a mathematician,
I don't understand why you people just make up.
you
You
must
just make
acknowledge
arguments.
religion. Hold on now. You must
Yeah.
acknowledge religion because religion was
No,
government. Brother, calm
This is the
down.
thing you don't
Calm
understand.
down. If that man
Oh.
did not acknowledge Islam because he was living in a Islamic nation, if he didn't acknowledge Islam, there is no way his career can go further. It would have been stopped. Like
The man,
Galileo.
that man
Wait,
that you
he's
mentioned,
actually
excuse me,
Muslim. That's what I'm
please,
saying.
please,
He's
that
actually
man that you
Muslim.
mentioned,
That is what
And
I'm
he
saying.
denied
Islam led
Islam,
him to this.
and he denied Islam, and you people wanted to kill him,
If
bro.
Who?
yes, he
Al
follow
Khawazni.
Islam. He follow
Are you
Islam.
for real?
Not with listen
I'm for
now.
real.
Who
Listen,
I'm for
wanted to
real.
kill him?
listen. He
I'm
follow
for real,
Islam.
bro.
He followed Islam.
So
Because
Not
I
with
have all his story here.
no,
calm down,
he
calm down.
wasn't wanted to kill
He
because
follow
of
his.
he was a
Hold on,
Muslim. He's
hold on.
always been a
No,
Muslim.
he denied Islamia,
No,
and you
no,
people
no,
wanted
no,
to kill
no.
him. Why are you saying no?
Brother,
Why would you
you don't
say
even need. You don't
he
even need to
want to
go.
be
Just
killed
like
because he denied
Al
Islam?
Kutubi. Al Kutubi to deny Islam, and you wanted to kill him, bro.
Are you for real?
I am for real. Do you know Al
You're
Kutubi?
lying. You're lying. You're lying.
Why
You're
I'm
lying. You're
lying,
lying.
You
bro?
say you
Why?
are like,
What
do you
part
know?
of Islam says they
You say
wanted
you
to
are in
kill?
Nigeria, right? Do you know this girl that is going to be tried on Friday, Zena, because she converted to Christian, and she's
Yeah.
going to be tried on the Islamic law court.
Now the truth is that you don't even
Why
know.
will you guys keep
Tomorrow,
forcing people to join
tomorrow
your
you will tell me
religion?
that I'm deducing things. I have right to deduce anything based on the history I read,
Yeah,
and I
you
was
have
not there.
your right.
Now
See.
listen to this,
You're entitled to your
listen to
opinion,
this.
but you are not
Even
entitled to your
before,
facts.
my brother, my former Islamic brother, said that the person wanted to deny Islam.
By the way, I'm just
I
having
already
fun
said
with
it.
you
I
guys
don't care
here.
to read
So,
about the history
We
of the
are
person.
also having fun with you, bro.
I don't care to read the history of the person. I
so
can tell you that the greatest mathematician can be Islam, can be a Muslim. The
It
reason
is
why
not
it
even
was
true.
the
It's not.
reason
It's
no
not
no
true.
no hold on. The reason why
no,
it was
I think
hold
you
on
just
now,
ate
hold
his.
on, hold
Wait,
on.
wait,
The reason why it was
wait,
a
please. Can I
Muslim.
just make this? Can I just make this
Hold
thing?
on first. The
Oh
reason why
God.
it was a Muslim
Okay.
at that time is because he feared for his life. You understand? If you say the greatest mathematician was a Christian, the reason why he was a Christian at that time, because he feared for his life. Because you cannot tell me that the greatest mathematician who was living in Saudi Arabia, there is a way that he was a Christian. Never.
And
If the greatest mathematician
there's something you're
in history
doing.
ever record
Wait,
was living in Rome, he must be a Christian
wait.
by all means.
This is
Phoenix, hold on first.
Otherwise,
wait, please. Let me just
his
say
life
something.
will
Let
Hold
me
be
on
just say
different.
something.
first now. You are not the only
Wait
one
now,
here.
please. Let me just talk to him, please.
Okay.
You've been making so many nuance.
Yes, I've been making
Hold on.
claims. I like claims. I like
Who
deduction.
is muting me? Are you the one
Hold
muting me?
on now. Let others speak. You have been talking for
I
like
just wanted to
forever
address
now.
what he said. He's talking to a
You will
Muslim. Yeah?
address, but hold on. No hurry here. Hold
But
on.
let me just quickly say to him before you would have
Hold
your
on
time,
now.
please.
Okay,
Hold on. You guys have been talking.
now
Hold
that my
on.
organs
Let
are
me just.
here.
I'm not making anything. I just want to tell him like
Wait.
Then
Don't worry.
hold
you've been
on. No
making.
one
You
is
say
running. No
he is
one is
making
running away.
claims now,
Hold
so
on.
let him speak first.
Now that my
Hold
Who
organs
on.
are
are
you talking
here,
to?
I will mute.
Just a second. Just
But if
1
you want
minute.
to answer me,
So,
You
I
will
will come.
speak. You will speak. Phoenix. Hold on. No one is running away. Hold on.
but I don't want to forget. It's something that he was doing. I
Oh,
want to
so
tell him.
Alaka keep your
You are
brain.
the one doing
Now, wow.
takia here. You are the one doing takia to let
So
me say to
so
give
oh
hype to
you
Islam.
you you come you continue to do the same thing that I told you earlier, that if you don't know something, it's okay to say you don't know. But
How did you know
you keep
that?
doing the same
No,
thing,
When
saying
reading it
but
that
from the book.
you
just
lie
hold on
that
a
Al
second, hold on a
Kawazi
second.
is the
You keep
greatest
saying that
mathematician,
there's no
bro. You are
way
lying.
you keep saying that there is no
So
way that
let him
Muslims
just
could
round up
become
because
mathematicians, they couldn't become historians, they can't become physicians. I mean, these are early Muslims that we're talking about, and they were part of this modern
Bro,
day science
okay.
that we have.
Phoenix.
I never said
Phoenix.
you
that.
Hold on.
Muslims are a bunch of ignorance. You
Wait.
know nothing.
I
Shai.
never said that.
Everything you have, you copy from the kuffar.
I never
Hold on.
said.
Hold on. First. Let
I
me,
The
never said
hold
that.
kafir
on.
brought it to you. What are you talking about?
I never said
Shai.
that.
Hold on first.
You
Hold
know,
on
I
first.
think the guy who wrote his name with Sheikh, I think
The,
the way
the
you're
problem
talking.
here. Hold on,
Me, I
Phoenix.
like the guy to
Okay.
be in my presence too,
Can I?
because he's the one tackling Islam. He know
No,
not
he
finish.
doesn't know anything.
Yeah. Let
The
me
man
just
doesn't
make
know
this
anything.
point.
Oh yeah,
He
hold on.
doesn't know
The
Let's
idea
anything.
let's
of
my guy talk, I beg.
whether you are Muslim or and you are a scientist, it's irrelevant because
Exactly.
when they were studying science, they did not go to the Quran and read
a verse from the Quran and create the algebra or all these mathematical equations. They did it by observing the world around them and not from the Quran. So you can, back then, almost everyone back then was religious. You don't have any choice. It's either you are a Muslim or a Christian or whatever. And that does not influence their invention. Their invention was derived from the world around them and not from the Quran. So it doesn't even have anything of there.
Okay, so he
Yes.
just said the word
Like
that
individual, what you said is
wait,
correct.
wait,
It's like
please. He just said that
Felix, let
the
others speak as well
but he
because you're
was
not
the
the only
one
one here.
he's talking to a
let him
Muslim.
see, let him go, let him go. Go ahead.
He's talking to a Muslim. That's why I want to reply him. Or are you a Muslim?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. So you mentioned the word that your religious values. You didn't put it that way, but I'm just trying to say that it doesn't influence what you become. Is that what you said?
So I am saying that their scientific work was not derived from their religious texts.
Yeah. So
Purely from their observation of the world, investigating the world, studying the world. That is how they came up with their scientific inventions and not from the Quran.
okay. So I just want to ask, is there a way that your religious belief or your moral values could actually influence your knowledge about the society?
Yes.
Yes. So does Islam have these kind of influences on people?
Yes, but it's irrelevant to science.
So you said yes, but it's irrelevant. That's a paradox.
It's irrelevant to science. Science does not deal with your morality or whatever.
No,
It's
because in Islam,
the study of nature.
okay, in Islam, we were encouraged to study our society. We should understand. We should seek for knowledge.
It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a big fat lie.
Okay.
I know we know it's
So
lying
why did
because
you
I'm a
say it's a lie?
scientist.
It's a lie
Um,
because according to Islamia, the only thing you have to be
Why do you keep saying
you have
according
to
to
be focused.
Islamia?
You have to
Where
be
does it
focused
say
on
that?
your Quran and Hadith. Even the
Okay.
women are not given the chance to go to school,
Okay.
except to learn the.
If I just a second, if I bring the verse, the hadith that say we should seek for knowledge, would you accept?
Yeah,
Okay. So
so
you
so it's
all heard him.
actually
You all heard him.
it's actually it's actually
me,
still
I
irrelevant
believe all the
because
Hadith. It's you people who don't believe the Hadith.
Guys, they have detected inactivities. Please, guys, let's be tapping now. Let's just be
people
tapping.
should
To you,
use energy and be
to
tapping.
you guys that are sending gifts, and thank you very much. So far, so well, we have received 33 coin. Thank you very much, you guys. No, because I'm using
Bro,
laptop, I may not be seeing you, but I may be seeing you late, but I will still appreciate you. People like Amadioha, people like Siva Gold, people like Dan without L. You understand? Thank you very much, guys.
I'm the only one who is not trying because I should be sending gifts to you, bro. I will start very soon. Don't worry.
And the people that are tapping, very important. Now do well.
Yeah,
Thank you very
Okay.
very
much.
true.
Go ahead,
This
everybody.
It's very true.
so
So so
hadith
Phonies, hold on, please. Hold on, Phonies, please. You see, being a scientist and being from Islamic religion is irrelevant because science has to do with a set of rules like observation, hypothesis, and so on. There is no way you are you Phonies, I think you're echoing. There's no way you insert the Islamic text there and say that because I'm an Islamic person, it has helped me. Somebody's echoing.
could you just proceed with what you're saying rather than
Mute,
bother?
mute, mute.
Just mute your mic first, my guy. You can just mute for like a minute.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
Yes.
mute.
I'm not echoing. So
Mute. That is just the instruction. I don't know why this one is.
Kai everywhere is not quiet. It has nothing to do with you being an Islamic person. That's what we're trying to paint out. Like what Chris said, in that time, you were forced when you discover something to attach it to your religion and say that you understand because those people were scared for their life. If you had come out and said that I discovered this thing and our God had nothing to do with it, that person will be burnt on a stake. You get? So those people were forced, number one. And secondly, their religion, even if they were not forced, their religion had nothing
to do with their scientific discoveries. 100% nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with it. Even when I was in university, the first phrase I heard my professor say is that leave your religion at the door because it's of no use in the scientific lab. You understand? The scientific lab is also where
Okay, did your
scientific
professor
discoveries.
also told you that some of the things that you use in the lab were actually developed by Muslim and was influenced by Islam?
And it was not influenced by Islam.
Islam invented nothing. Even your
Okay,
prophet is ignorant.
it was
What are you
invented by
talking about?
Islam.
You guys invented nothing. Everything you have, you copied, you stole from people.
He said
Okay, do you
science,
have Google
the
there? Could you
scientific
type on
inventions was
Google
influenced by
Islamic
Islam.
inventions?
Can you
He said
list
it's
one?
there's no such thing as an Islamic
Muslims
invention.
There's no
make
Islamic
that claim,
invention.
but in reality, you have nothing. You are zero.
But to me,
I'm telling you the fact.
to me, I will disagree with you people that Islam did not invent anything. Islam invented
I don't
Quran.
understand.
They invented violence. They invented
Quran,
violence, bro.
And Sharia law. And Sharia law.
Okay. This is one. Algebra. Is it an Islamic invention? Is it based on?
This is not.
It's not
It's your
based on
claim.
Islam. What are you
It's
saying?
your claim.
That
It is
is
your
why
claim, bro.
You see the problem now, eh? That is why Sheikh said Islam does not use logic. We are explaining to you a very simple way that Islam has nothing to do with scientific invention. This is based on our study of the natural world. You are still bringing on with, do you know that Islam is this and that in algebra? What are you saying, man?
Wait. Listen,
And
I'm
if you look at
talking
it logically,
this is why I said,
how does Angel, I don't want to say imaginary friend, actually influence anything in science? How does that really make any sense?
It was even a Christian who made Prophet Muhammad a prophet, the uncle of Khadija. Waraka, his name is Waraka. You can check it up here. After the angel came to the cave and strangled him.
At least I'm giving you guys time to talk, but you don't want me to.
But don't lie, please. Talk, but don't lie.
So I said earlier that the Hadith said you should go and seek for knowledge. Did I say that or not?
Yeah. Give us the Hadith.
So and I gave you the
right
Hadith.
now. Phoenix, are you seeking for knowledge right now?
Give us.
What's your text?
Sorry?
Give us the
You're
Hadith.
not seeking for knowledge right now.
knowledge. So why do you think you have logic?
So-
if you can take the logic from the Hadith, that must tell you to go and seek for knowledge.
So
before
can you see how you sound now? So someone went and searched for knowledge and he was able to create something.
And it's through the Hadith that you
But I don't
Is it-
understand why.
Is it Islamic knowledge?
logic.
Is it Islamic knowledge or Christian knowledge or whatever knowledge?
No,
Is it Islamic?
You said that if someone discovers something, they are going to be burnt or stake.
If it is not according to Islam, it's not valid.
What do you mean it's not according to Islam and be burnt or
Yeah,
stake? Where does it say that?
yeah. If it's not
That was what
Islamia,
was going on.
it does not follow the rules of Islamia.
Okay, say one
it's a
thing
bullshit.
that has been discovered in Islam.
Brother,
and
calm
people
down.
was
Brother,
put to
calm
death.
down. Let me say something. Let me just say something. The Bible
One
said.
thing is
the Bible said. Wait, brother. The Bible said. Wait first. The Bible said.
Tell me one thing that's been discovered.
Hold on, brother.
in
Hold
Islam
on, brother.
and people were actually put at stake.
Brother, calm down. Are you not hearing my voice? The Bible said, study to show that self-approve. A workman that needed not to be. The Bible said, study to show that self-approve. A workman that needed not to be ashamed, must rightly divide the word. You understand? Must study the word earnestly. Now, does it mean that it was asking them to go to university, or it was asking them to study the word of God?
Well, I don't know about that, but
that is I can tell you as a former Christian. He was telling them to study the word. The word of God, the Bible.
It's still the same place quoted in the Quran.
But Islam continuously tells you that you should study the world around you, not only the word of God.
Yes, study around you. You cannot study.
Measure word of God.
Yeah, didn't mention word of God. He said, study to show thyself approved.
But you are the one saying the word of God.
That is the contest. That is the contest. They must learn.
It
does not mean that they must go and learn medical doctor. They must go and learn engineering. That is not what he's saying.
Yeah, but in Islam, you are supposed to go like study, look for knowledge, invent, create
about
things.
Islamia, about
No,
Do
Islamia.
not
you do
about
you do you
Islamia. You're
think,
the one getting it wrong.
brother?
Because now you
Do
have
you
all
think
these
Muhammad,
early.
brother? Do you think Muhammad during his lifetime, Muhammad will allow a very dedicated Islam to go to maybe Rome at his time to go and study the ways of Rome and
Hell
Are you
no.
come
for
and say
you,
that I've learned the ways of Rome. What people are doing now, I've actually studied
man?
what are
I
around
think
me. Do you think he
sometimes
will live to tell the story?
He only
sometimes
tell
when you
his
talk,
troops to
Shows
attack
I'm
the
one
sure
that
Romans
it's
and
some
take the
things to
Muhammad
say
bloody
here.
girls.
invented.
That's what
So
he
you
does.
can't actually differentiate between someone
Show us
learning a
one thing
kind
that
of moral
Muhammad
value
invented.
and someone studying to be a scientist. You
Show
don't know the
us one
difference.
thing that Muhammad invented.
Tell us
Did
one
I?
thing.
Can
I
I?
didn't claim Muhammad invented anything, did I?
So the general of Asia, the founder of the Quran,
Yeah,
couldn't
but
invent
I didn't
anything.
claim he invented anything. That's the
Okay,
problem.
can I say something? Can I say
Yeah, you're
something?
laughing, but I didn't claim he invented
Phoenix,
anything.
Phoenix,
That is
let me
what I'm
speak.
still telling you. If the general of Asia couldn't invent anything, why do you think that
So,
people
did
that
I
invent
say that
something
Chinedu, thank you very much for the
Muhammad was
gift.
a
is
scientist?
Thank you, highly
Islam?
No,
appreciated.
I
tell
think you
him
guys, you just want to make mockery.
Can
I
I
Why
think
speak?
can't
that's
the
you're
Muhammad
not
the
actually
claim?
whole
using logic here.
Islamia is mock. It's nothing but mockery. The whole Islam is nothing but mockery by its on its own.
Can I
Come,
speak,
come,
please? I beg, I
Quran.
beg.
Host, accept.
Let me say something, please. I beg. Host,
Host,
you
please
see,
accept Roger DC. It's like his account is on
A
private.
man
Okay,
fly
sir.
to the sky with a
please,
donkey. Is it not a mockery?
please, guys, let me just say something, please.
How can a man fly with a donkey?
You see, host, you see, Islam is a very complicated religion because back then in the Middle East, those people they are very intelligent. People in the Middle East, very intelligent people.
I disagree
They,
with you,
they,
bro. I disagree with you.
no. Wait. Before the advent of Islam and
They are called
this,
Badawin. Do you know the meaning of Badawin?
wait. They came up with algebra, with naming of some of the stars and all these things. Mathematics wise, they're very good. And
Are you
other
talking about the
subjects.
Sabians? Wait, are you talking about the Sabians, not the Arabs?
Mm, I don't know what I should call them, but I think they live in the
See,
Middle
my
East.
You are,
friend,
no,
you see,
you are talking about the
you see
Sabians.
this man
Wait,
just,
hold on. Let me just make my point. You understand what I'm saying? Before
yeah.
religion came, the Persians, the Middle
Yeah, the
Easterns.
Persians. They are the Sabians. The Persians.
Okay,
If
Are
you
you
say that,
racist or
I
something?
agree with
Is this
you.
man racist?
I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I'm
That's
not
what
like
you are
Muhammad.
proclaiming because you're
hold
saying
on
Arabs
now.
are this, are
Hold
that.
on,
What do you mean? What are you talking about? You're sounding
Phoenix.
Do
more
you know the
racist.
meaning of Arabs?
You guys should hold on now.
No, stop being racist, my friend.
Hold
You
on,
could,
hold on.
yeah,
Phoenix, hold
continue.
on. So, these people, they were very advanced when it comes to science. And
Please, who is muting me there,
when,
please?
hold on. When religion came in, Islam came in, they declined in scientific discovery. They declined a lot. Like, you can't even see any Middle Eastern person in any Nobel Prize, in scientific Nobel Prize or whatever. It's not there anymore. And if you go to Iran before Islam dominated that region, those people were living a very fantastic life. Their culture was rich. They were progressing. But right now, look at Iran, look at Iraq, look at all these places. Look at Afghanistan. Afghanistan right now, women are not allowed to go to school. Women are not allowed to even look at men in public. Musical instruments are not allowed. They destroy all the musical instruments. You see, this idea, Islam is the most terrible. I'm sorry to say this, but you can call me Islamophobic or whatever. I don't care. But Islam is the most terrible religion out there. Very terrible, very brutal. They don't care about progress. They don't
Okay,
care
my
about,
friend, are you from Nigeria?
civilization.
Are you
I,
from Nigeria?
I don't know.
Okay,
When I bring the
you
issue
sound
of
Nigerian, anyways.
Zena that
But this is what I
is
want to
going
say.
to be
This is what I want
tried,
to say.
you, Funes, you didn't say anything, no. Is Zena that is going to be tried on Friday? Do you say anything?
So,
Because he converted
the
from
reason why I asked you,
Islam to Christianity, is going to be tried. Which, if she did return back, they are going to behead her. Do you know that?
Hello, can anyone hear me?
What is
We can
Yeah,
hear you. Can't
what
hear
is
what
her
I'm
we can hear
saying.
you clearly.
what is her name? What is her
Okay,
name?
so
We can't hear you. Sorry,
I
no.
will check.
Please, we can't hear you. You might need to go ahead.
Muhammad Zina. Just check for the news. You will see her. Just check for news.
can
Do you
can
guys
you hear
remember
me?
the story of Deborah?
Yes,
Sorry,
now.
can you hear me?
This is what is currently even going on now. Sir. Just check her on Friday.
Okay,
Yes.
okay,
Zena
okay,
Babi.
okay.
Yeah. Check the
Hello,
Yeah,
news. You will see it.
can you hear me? Hello.
From Zafara.
we can hear you. We
From
can hear
Zafara.
you.
Oh,
So
okay.
anywhere Islam lay their feet on, it's just it's destruction,
Okay, so
problem,
before you go, because
chaos.
I know you're leaning towards kind of politics, political
Nah, it's
talking.
not about politics.
So
It's
No,
what
we
what
are
I'm
I'm
telling
saying,
saying.
you the
I'm
facts. It's
talking,
You
but
not
let
easy
me
about
about
speak
that.
for a while at
Just
least, please,
imagine.
please.
The facts.
So you
speak,
were
speak.
saying that that everywhere
Please let me
is
say it
Muslim.
to your DM. I'm coming. You bring it
So
up.
you said everywhere Muslim goes, like they destroy. But
Yeah,
okay, fine. Let's assume that was true. But
No, not
you
assumption. It's a fact.
okay.
exactly.
So, but for some reason, you're from Nigeria and or Africa, but nowhere in Africa is developed at this point. Is that due to Islam or due to the people?
Now you are deflecting because that is not the
No, I'm
point.
not deflecting. You said everywhere they go is being destroyed, but you
Yes.
forget to say that even the algebra was in 817 BC. That was actually after Muhammad, like some many years
Okay.
Yo,
before all these
bro,
inventions.
all the street
But
beggars in
wait,
Nigeria and
oh my
Ghana,
God,
they are
what's
all
wrong with this
Muslims. What are you
Ghanaian
talking
man?
about?
Ghanaian man, would you just take a chill pill, please?
I'm Ghana Niger. Don't say Ghanaian. I'm Ghana
Your
Niger.
your TB is written in your voice.
It
You're
doesn't matter.
Ghanaian,
I was
100%.
born in Katsina, grew up in
Nobody
Nigeria,
cares.
and
Like
moved to
you're
Ghana.
Ghanaian.
I'm
You
telling
know
you, I'm
that.
Ghana Niger. You can't tell
You
me that.
nobody you want to force yourself to be a Nigerian. Nobody cares.
He's Nigerian now. Which one do you want to force himself?
Bro,
No, nobody cares. It's Ghanaian.
my father is a Katsina, so
No,
I am
you're
Nigerian.
Ghanaian. Just accept. So,
Whatever,
like
whatever.
what I was saying, Islam, all these inventions that you were able to date now, they were after the Holy Prophet, before after
Holy
his
prophet.
demise.
What makes him holy?
And apart from that, you were talking about wherever the Muslim goes, but you were colonized, you were enslaved, but nobody does anything. And those people who did that to you, for some reason, you so much adore them and worship them, and you
Is
even
that
call them. You
is that
struggle
our
to go to their
argument?
countries,
Is
but
that our
yet they are
argument?
the best.
Is
And
that our argument?
they tell you who is a tyrant and who is not.
Is
Can
that
we hear
our
from the
argument?
host? The host brought something up.
I bet we'll
Please,
pull it
what's
up
going on?
again. Yes. Yeah.
Phoenix.
Like me, I know the get where
Muhammad is
me. I
Muhammad
don't
himself was owning slaves.
wait. Oh, me, I don't
But
stand.
yeah,
Me, I don't stand in any place. Oh, me, I like truth. I think Zafara government denies Sharia trial to Christian converts, condemn as
Fake news.
condemn fake news.
Oh, now it's
Yes,
fake news.
because first and foremost, I
Now
have
it's fake
hold on,
news.
hold on, hold on, hold on. First and foremost, I have reliability to Sahara Reporter because the very first people I try to go to is Sahara Reporter because I have this credibility to that news site. It's unbiased news site, but unfortunately, they tweeted the they also said it, but the page is not found anymore. So if you
okay.
look at
What about Deborah?
if you, Deborah, we know that Deborah was a father. Deborah is already dead now.
Ah, okay,
So
okay,
for some
okay.
reason, what you just said now, your man claimed this, and you went and searched for it, and now
If you see what
it's
Sarah
all of a
reporter said
sudden it's
before a day ago, this is what I said before. Zafara Christian convert
yeah. You know what's funny?
Zenab set
You
set
Listen
to
now. Let's
face
listen to the news.
trial in Sharia court Friday. But unfortunately, the page is no longer found. That means after the debunking of the news and condemning it to be fake news, so they deleted it to preserve their dignity, so their credibility. I think is a good thing to clarify things anyway. Just go ahead, but that does not mean that several ones have
so
not happened before.
you know what's
But
funny is that
hold on first. That does not mean that several ones have not happened. But this one is
yeah,
a fake news.
okay. Let me ask you something. Yeah, majority of us here are Africans. except the man who wants to claim he's not Ghanaian. Of course, I am Nigerian,
I
and
said I am Ghana, Niger.
I don't have a problem being a
I am
Nigerian.
both
And if
Ghana
I'm
and
Ghanaian,
Niger.
I would also be happy
You
to
want
be
to
a
remove
Ghanaian.
me from the
I don't.
Nigerian
He's a
community, but I'm
Nigerian.
still
He's a
a Nigerian.
Nigerian.
No, the
I'm
man
Ghana,
is not a
Niger. Niger,
Nigerian.
Ghana. It's the
He's
same
a
thing.
Nigerian now.
Okay,
Forget
now
about
it's
that
become
one.
the same thing. Anyways, that aside, there's something that you guys are actually overlapping in this conversation, is that you're actually bringing in politics and moral values to every society. So Nigeria, what is our primary moral value that you would say that, okay, this is our identity and this is us?
Is it a coincidence that every Islamic society they marry underage girls?
How does that have to do with my question?
I'm just asking. Is
Why
that
did you
harmful?
ask? Why did you ask that?
Is that
Because
harmful?
it is part of Islamia.
No, is why did you ask? I was asking a question, but for some reason you just quickly ignored it.
It's a question.
It's still the same
No,
thing
but
now.
that's not fair though.
Or
I
should I bring
asked a
another?
question, but you
Chris,
were
just
trying
search
to gaslight
for
me.
the 300 marriages that was conducted in the two states of the northern state.
Yeah,
The children marriages that they were conducted. Just search for it, whether it's still fake news.
Why do
yeah.
Islamic men love underage girls? What's the problem?
Do you
300
actually know?
marriages that were
Do you
committed
actually
this
know that?
year from
Wait,
the
do you
states from
actually
that
know
side.
that that's
Instead
un-Islamic?
of them to build factory to develop the
You said
society,
Hold on
what?
a
they are
second. Hold
bringing
on a
government
second.
You said
That
what?
this side.
act
Are
in
they not the
itself.
government people?
Listen, that act in itself is un-Islamic.
You are lying because it
Islamic
is in the
marriage.
Quran.
Wait a
No, it
second.
is in
Marriage,
the Quran. Allah said you can divorce those who have not
but
menstruated
does he
yet
say
because of
marry
their young age.
underage people? Does he say that?
Yeah,
Funny is what is the
yeah.
criteria for marriage
Criteria for marriage is
in
maturity.
Islam?
In
No, it's not
Islam, it's
maturity.
maturity.
No, it's mental and physical fitness. Is parental consent. The girl needs to be chubby. Those are the criteria.
The
30 years
girl
old.
needs to be
30,
chubby. Who said
yes,
the girl needs to be
that's
chubby?
that's why Aisha's mother. That's why they fed her to make her chubby. It's like you don't know the Quran.
Okay, now you're
So
making mockery because in Islam, what is considered as someone is ready for marriage is when they are matured.
When they are
If
okay,
matured,
someone is not
like what
matured,
age? Like what
there's
age?
no
Like
way.
what age? Like what age?
Does maturity has age? Is someone when someone is matured, they are
Maturity
matured?
has age now.
No. If someone is matured, is considered matured. You have
So
tests.
if somebody,
$300
If someone is, how
if
do
a
you
girl
know
is
300
someone is
matured at
marriages
matured?
8
at where?
years,
How
300
do you know
marriages at
someone is
where?
matured? Could you tell me
huh?
how someone is matured? How could you?
300 marriages at where?
humanity are talking to you.
Yeah, I said, what are the
Not you, Phoenix.
categories?
Humanity that are talking to humanity. Calm down. Stop defending the
Hold on,
Almighty
I'm
God.
coming. Hold on, I'm coming. Or just search it. I think two of the northern states don't conduct two marriages, massive marriages, 300 marriages for that. Wait, hold on, I'm calling. Let me take my Instagram phone.
I think I don't like this idea of you kind of
At what
muting me.
age Muhammad married Aisha? Tell us.
I don't like this idea of you muting me, to be
The
honest.
host is talking. Wait for him to finish
If
before you
the
speak.
host is talking, he can mute you. He ran
Yeah,
the
but
show.
you don't have
So
to be muting me though. If you're
I,
doing
no,
that, that
no,
doesn't
if
give
the
any.
host is
he
talking,
mute all
anybody
of us.
talking, I
Sometimes he
mute
mute all of
everybody.
us.
No, he
We,
can mute all of you, but I don't like it. I'm just telling you. If you want me to hold on, I
You
but
will
you are
think
tell
not
you.
you
here to
think
tell him what you like and what you don't like. He's
I
running
will
the
tell
show.
you what I like and what I don't like. If it's not
No,
okay
no,
with
no,
you, you
no.
can F off,
Then
man.
why are you here? He's the one running the show. You cannot tell
My
him what
friend,
to
you
do.
can just shut up, Mr. Ghanaian.
Why I should shut up? Why?
You was even stuttering. So
Hey,
if you can't hold up to yourself, just
it
keep
is the
quiet.
will of Allah. It is the will of Allah.
I think I'm going. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
So you see, in Islam, all these things are predominant there. See, underage marriage, women are being subjugated, all these things. But you see them, they will always defend it, and it is not in the Quran now. It's not in the
they,
Quran. Why? How are these people practicing it? How come every Islamic nation they are
they,
practicing?
they try to either do two things: defend it or gaslight us. That is not happening. God
Yeah.
Islam.
Or they try to differentiate it that this kind of practice is it's an individual thing, not in the Quran. It is not Islamic. You see.
These people, the only thing they know is to lie. That is
Chris, he
takia.
searched for the this
You
is
know,
for is on Punch newspaper. That was KB State. One was KB State, which they spent over 54 million. This is for couples, and I'm gonna find the second
Okay,
one.
I know the news is talking about. I think it's Fulani Hausa marriage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
KB State for over 300 couples who at once. And our government are sponsored there.
And
Not be
I
saying
you know one thing about Islam, eh? If they get into a country or a society, that they eradicate your history almost completely. Your
exactly.
you lose your identity very fast. No time to waste. Those people.
And they
Yeah,
will try
because
to control you. You know.
Yeah.
Islam is a whole package. They have their law system, they have their culture, everything. So when you take on the Islamic identity, you don't have any other space for any other thing.
Just look at what is happening in London right now. They are trying to dominate London. Understand me? They want to take over.
Why not go back to the Middle East and take over there instead
They
of?
don't even want to go to Saudi Arabia because they fear the Sharia law. You know, so they always want to.
They destroy themselves.
They are
They
my
destroy
people now.
themselves.
I came from there. Even me right now, if I go to casino, I have to hide myself because if they catch me, they will buy me. They will just chop my head off.
Those people is very terrible.
Very terrible people, bro. Hey, child.
Scary people, very scary religion.
Very dangerous. They are very dangerous, bro. Very dangerous.
And you see the way they control their women is crazy. How can you, as a woman, be in a religion that does not benefit you?
Yeah, there's this woman I follow. I think Yashin Mohammed. I don't know her name. I've forgotten something like that. You know, in Islam, you need to cover. I don't know if if it's a general practice for Islam, but you need to cover your face everywhere. You know, all this nonsense. And some of the times when you debate them about it, they tell you that it is not by force. And
Even the wife of the prophet, they kill her. They buy her.
They also
They buy her. The wife of the Aisha.
They also
After the
do
death
it
of
here.
the
All those Bangladesh that are coming to this Italy, yeah, they like covering their entire face. But the police, they place a law that nobody should cover their face. But they can cover your head, but your face must be seen.
yes.
Don't do
last
that
5 years.
we don't
Last
do that
5 years.
Otutu Kalabaya to come and commit crime.
Last 5 years, one Pakistan man by his own daughter just simply because she is following an Italian boy. You know, he buy her, he dig
Yes, that
ground
is
and he bury her.
honor buying.
Yeah, because she follow kafir, no Muslim.
How can somebody be defending Islam in 21st century?
Anybody who defend Islam is mad. It's crazy.
Yes, direct madness, fresh madness, because that religion, you cannot reason it with logic. Like, it's not something you can, if you are not indoctrinated, you cannot accept Islam. It's not possible.
Do you know the truth is that Christianity is even better because Christianity, at least you can still use the religion to make money for yourself. But Islam, the money goes to one source to Islamize the entire world.
Exactly.
If they tell you how much Saudi Arabia is keeping, just imagine how much they are collecting jizya and everything. People are giving in Islam badly.
The daughter of Muhammad herself, she was killed by the same. She was spied by the same Muslims.
What happened?
That's Abu Bakr.
Those people are mad.
You know,
but Christianity makes people think that a man can walk on water.
No, you know one thing about Christianity is that now Christianity they teach towards liberalism, like
secularity. There is the secular word or civil word. Christianity, the way they design Christianity, it is swifting. It is swiftable. That is, you can actually adaptation is there in Christianity. You can modernize it.
Because of the translation.
Yes,
the translation,
Islam.
That's why.
Islam, you can't modernize Islam.
If you have time, please try and go and check this surah from the Quran. That is Quran chapter 9, verse 29. You will hear what Allah told them how to deal with Christians. Quran 9:29. If you can put it on the screen so that everybody can read. He said they should buy all of them.
Yes, now. Yeah, they call them is it kafia or what is it?
Kafiri. Kafiri. They are dirty. They are like pigs, according to them. Me, if I should go back to let me say, if I want to go even back, if I want to go back to be a religious person, I prefer to be Buddhist or maybe a Christian. If I should go back, but not a Muslim.
I think Buddhism is the best. At least you don't have a god you worship.
Yeah, a non-theistic religion or something.
You don't have a god to worship. You just all by yourself. If you cannot achieve anything now, you can still achieve it in the next world. Until you come to your fullness of yourself, you will still be coming.
Part 2.
Part 2, part 3. Is that 29?
Yeah, 29.
There was one the Muslim lady I was debating. I told her she don't know much about Islam. I told her that, do you know men when they go to, like those honored men, when they go to heaven, they receive something?
Yeah, you can calm down small. You see, fight those who do not believe in Allah and the last day, nor comply with Allah and His Messenger, have forbidden, nor embrace the religion of truth from among those who were given the scriptures, the Christians, until they pay tax, willingly or fully. So if you see,
this is what I was saying.
That's a Tawbah, Surah to Tawbah.
People who forces people, and if you don't believe in Allah, you must pay humiliation tax.
Yeah, and host, you see, yeah, Derek, you see.
Yeah, I'm using a wired phone. Because I'm using.
I'm talking to Sheikh.
Okay, I thought it's me.
Yeah, you see, if you look at this war in Gaza and Israel, sometimes I know Israel is not they are not sent, they are not sent. But if you look at these Islamic people, sometimes you might be forced to do things that you are not supposed to do.
Me, I support Israel. I support Israel 100%, bro, because the Quran said that the day that peace will come to that place is going to be Judgment Day. So the Muslims should keep fighting. So don't you see that even all the Muslims that are not even living in that place, they all hate Israel.
Yeah.
If there is a hadith where Muhammad said that when Judgment Day is near, all the Jews will run and hide behind a mountain, and the mountain itself will call Muslims to come and buy the Jews that hide.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. You guys no idea about this cult. It's a crazy fucking cult, bro.
It's all about fight, war, but
fight, war, kill, take captives. Bro. I was born in this religion, raised up in this religion. I went to Makaranta, everything, all my life, bro. If I should tell you how I was beaten in Makaranta, bro, you will pity me.
Why?
Forced to memorize the Quran.
Oh.
They can wake you up early in the morning around 4 o'clock. They'll just mention any chapter from the Quran. You must recite it. If you don't recite it, bro, I have marks all over my back, bro. All my leg, all my hands, bro. It's a crazy thing, eh?
Islam is crazy.
These days, I rather not argue with religious people because they never make sense. I'm tired.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, me, I don't even, because you see the thing about indoctrination, it will give you this bias. There's nothing you cannot.
But some people have changed. I think, like, I don't know if you know Ven. Ven was once religious. You know, I think it depends on the type of religious person you meet. If I meet a certain type of religious person, I see that you're not open-minded. I will just drop you. I don't care.
There are some that they are open-minded. You can actually discuss with them, but some, no matter what you say, they hold on to the religion.
The prophet said that anyone who leave Islam should be quiet. They should just eliminate it. So that is somebody like me. I cannot go back to Casino.
No.
I have to remain here in Europe all my life.
Unless they don't know that.
If Nigeria becomes a working country, all those casinos, all those laws, everything will be changed.
I'm supposed to be a ulama because I memorized all the Quran and all the hadiths. I even graduated.
But is it true? Is it true that one can memorize the whole Quran?
Yeah.
Like for what word?
Yeah. Even my little brother memorized it. And my sister too.
That is what they do now.
I doubt.
Why do you doubt?
I doubt.
Instead of memorizing the periodic table,
the problem is that the problem is that they will teach you how to memorize it, but they will never teach you the meaning. So you can only memorize and recite it and sing like music.
Imagine.
That is why you see most time when any of them come up here, they always quote the Quran, quote the Bible, because whenever, if you are a Christian, you say we are Christian now and we are trying to defend the faith, you see that there are places in their Quran that they will bring up to back up their. To me, I will say Muslims read the Bible for defense and for backup. That is just the thing. So if you criticize them, they are going to tell you, say, this thing is inside the Bible too. That is what they always do. That is what they always do.
80% of the Muslims, they can read the Quran, but they don't understand it because they only teach them how to recite and how to read it, but they don't actually teach them the meaning. You see the games they are playing. So the moment you start to know the meaning, let me say you begin to understand that no, this is bullshit. And that's where they will start hating you. But the sheikh and the ulamas, all of them, they understand. But you, the student, they will never teach you the meaning.
Individual, they've called me a radical atheist because I told them that I don't believe that we can have proper science discussion with Christians and Muslims. That's what I told them.
It's not possible because if you accept science, you definitely will not accept religion as it is.
And if you see the way science, Christian science, the way their brain, the way they think, the way their mind works, you forget they are Christian until they close from work. That's basically how they think.
Yeah.
You forget that they're Muslim until they close from work. That's why I said that if you are somebody that is trying to introduce those terms in those in the science worldview, I would say that I can't have a conversation. I don't believe I can have a conversation with you.
Let me tell you one secret. One secret is that in Makaranta they teach us the Bible, okay? But the Christians, their problem is that they don't learn the Quran, so they know not. They have zero knowledge about the Quran. So you can find some Christian, they will be defending Islam, in some way, But the Muslim, they teach them the Bible in school. In Makaranta. When they start debating with Christians, they knock them down.
Yeah, that is why I told you they read that Bible for backup and for defense. That is what Muslims read the Bible for defense and for debate or anything. You understand?
Exactly.
Any Muslim that come here to quote any part of the Quran must surely quote Bible joint.
Bible, yeah, because they need the Bible. They always need the Bible to back up.
Individual, your friend is your Wizzy Papi.
Wizzy type of Christianity now.
Yesterday.
You know what? I still believe Wizzy will convert.
Nah, Wizzy is incapable of self.
Wizzy will convert.
Shirk.
Yeah.
Like no convert. So
who is calling me? Who is talking? Somebody is calling. Is mentioning.
Yeah, Shirk, are you a Muslim?
I'm an ex-Muslim. What about you?
Okay.
What about you?
You speak like that. Yeah,
Ex-Christian.
I'm a Christian.
Ex-Christian.
Okay. I will advise you to learn the
It is
to learn the Quran, so that you can debate with the Muslims. If not, they will not kill you down, bro.
Yeah.
Welcome, my atheistic Christian. That's my
Yeah,
big
you know
brother.
what?
Wizzy
I
Papi
think
one.
Wizzy
also, I
Papi
think
is a Wizzy Papi is a practical atheist. He lives like an atheist, but he's a Christian.
Derek, you know what? I think we should encourage Christians to start debating with Muslims, like to dispute or refute their claims about Islam, so
It's
that
actually
so that with that idea they will come to the realization, say, okay, what about my own self? You
you
Yeah.
know,
understand?
I've seen the debates, but Muslims win them every single time.
Exactly. It's a fact.
They make Christianity sound like they are delusional or something, and it's very
It's a
funny.
fact. It's a fact, you know.
You know, when I was like, I think about like 6 years ago, and I saw the debate for the first time. I was like, maybe Islam is actually the true religion. And I started doing my research, and I found out that it's almost the same thing. I said, no. If not, like the way the debates go is so embarrassing. They destroy the Christians every single time. Every single. The thing that destroys the Christian the most is the fact that Jesus Christ is God, and He said, my Father, what I've died for." How can Jesus Christ be telling Himself?
That is what we are saying, that they read the Bible for defense. So whenever they are quoting the Bible, Christian can quote the Quran to tell them what the Quran
Yes,
says. That is why they
yes.
always say,
Can I can I say
but they will tell
something?
the Christian, say, tell us where you think say this today.
Hold
Christian
on.
can never
Can
quote
I
the Quran.
Humanity,
can I
Wizzy Papi
can I
wants to defend the Almighty Yahweh.
yes,
Go
let me
ahead.
say something. I'm not trying to defend nothing. Brothers, I don't think you guys have been where a Muslim I don't think you guys have been where a Muslim and a Christian is debating. Are you getting it? They only try to use logic to question Jesus, the book. All right?
We should not use
But
logic.
when you catch a Muslim in the Quran, and yes, they use their common sense to question the
So
scriptures
Wizzy
about
Papi,
Jesus.
if
That's
it's not in
all.
common sense, what else should they be
That's
using?
all. Parts like this. Parts like this. Why I tell you, because one, they don't accept Jesus to be God. It's very
So
simple.
Wizzy
That's the
Papi,
only
if
thing.
not common sense, what else
But
should they be using?
if I question a Muslim in his book, he will run away. He will
Wizzy
try ways
Papi,
to defend himself.
I asked you, you said that they're using common sense like it's a
They
bad thing. I
know
said,
that even the Quran lies a whole lot of lies there. Of
Yeah.
okay.
course, they
So
know.
should we bring one Muslim so that you guys will debate?
That is exactly what we should do
I
right
don't need to. I don't need to. I didn't come here to debate. It's because
So that
Sheke was
you
saying
just say you
something that
quote your
whenever they are
Quran,
debating
they
with
say go they
Christians, they
quote the
win them.
Bible,
I
they
don't know
just
where you got that idea from.
No,
I
Wizzy
don't know where
Papi,
you got
no,
it.
that's
you
what
said something.
All
Hold on,
right.
please. Wizzy Papi said something.
It is a Christian that
He
don't
said, hold
read
on, Wizzy Papi, you
the
said that
Quran
the
that may
Muslims are
not
using.
actually know that when you want to debate with a Muslim, question their book. Very simple.
Okay, Wizzy Papi,
Do you
you
know
said
why?
that
Do
the
you know why
Muslims.
Muslims
Can you
go
hear me?
first questioning the scriptures, the Bible about Jesus? It's because they don't want you. They want you to be distracted, not to
that is
question their
what we are
own
saying.
book.
Should we bring one Muslim so that both of you can debate?
Hold on,
I don't have that
humanity.
time.
Wizzy
What am
Papi
I
said
gaining in that?
something.
Yeah, just
What am I
lock up
gaining
the
in
screen
that?
and
I
not
don't
talk
have
about
that time.
it.
Wait, please, hold on. Wizzy Papi said
I came
something.
up because
You
of
said
what
that, hold
Sheka
on, Wizzy
said.
Papi. Relax. You said something. You said that the Muslims are using common sense to question Jesus. And I asked you, is that a wrong thing to do? To use common sense and logic to question Jesus?
No, it's a good thing to do.
So why did you say it
It's a
like
good thing to do.
it's a
And when you
bad
give
thing?
them the answer, then they try to run away. They
Okay,
try to still maintain that
let's use
same
Wizzy
logic they
Papi,
think they
let's
brought
use
up.
logic here. Can a man walk
See?
on
So
water?
you can't force them. All
Can a
right.
man walk on water? Let's
I
use
still say
logic
it
here.
tomorrow. I still say it tomorrow. Muslims and Christians are not worshiping the same God. If any Muslim said that
Wizzy
what I said
Papi,
is
nobody's
lie, should come
disputing
up
that.
and
Hold
tell it to
on.
me. Ah,
I said let's use logic here now. Can a man walk on water?
can a man walk on water?
Yes.
Of course.
How
Of
can a
course.
man walk on water, please?
Of course. Of
How can
course.
how can that happen?
It can only happen. It can only happen when it is a God. All right.
Have you
That's
have you
when it
seen it
can happen.
happen, Wizzy?
I've not seen it, but Jesus did it. But
But
you say it's a lie.
that means you can also do the same thing.
No. I can't do that.
Yeah, but the Bible says that with
Remember, I
Jesus'
said
name
something. I said
all
the
things.
only person, brother. Wait. I told you that the only person that can do that is when you are a God, then you can do it. So it's possible.
And I said the Bible said that in
So I
Jesus' name
can't do that.
you can do all things. Even more than
You see,
Jesus.
when you're quoting scriptures, that's why I said, wait.
So Wizzy
You
Papi,
see,
let's be
when
serious.
Derek,
Let's be
hold on. I
serious
don't want to
now.
debate you. You came to if Black Israel this thing and run away. Don't just hold on. Don't
No,
talk,
please,
No,
please.
Black
no,
Israel.
bro.
Black Israel, now
Check,
I said you can do more miracles than
check.
Jesus if you believe let me say in Jesus' name, you can do miracles more than him. That's what the Bible said.
Is that how you
So
understood
Wizzy
it?
Papi,
Derek, I
No,
said
Wizzy
I'm not
Papi.
debating you. You came to Black
No, we're
Israel
not
platform. You
debating.
ran
I'm asking
away.
you honest
You ran away.
questions.
So
I mean,
just pipe low first,
you
brother.
said that
Hold on.
logically it makes
I'm
sense
not
for a man to
debating
walk
you.
on water.
I'm not debating
Hold
you,
on,
Derek.
please. You said
I only
because
want to speak with this sheikh now.
yeah, okay, we are speaking now. I said in Jesus' name you
Yeah.
can even move the mountains. Is that
no,
true?
no, no. No. Wizzy Papi, you cannot decide who you want to talk to. You said that a man it make logical sense for a man to walk on water. And I'm not asking, do you know the principle of buoyancy?
Yeah,
That you need to,
but wait, before you go to buoyancy, Wizzy Papi said something. I was listening. He said, "It is only when you are a god you can do that." Wizzy, did I hear you correctly?
that's what he said.
But what about Peter now?
Yes,
But Peter
yes,
walked
that's
on
what I
water now.
said.
Peter walked on water.
Peter did not do it by his own power. It was
But
Jesus who
they
also
ask you,
did
can you
that.
do it? They ask you, can you do it? Are you not having the power of God? You didn't say when you are having the power of God. You said you can't do it. You said it is only when you are a God you can do it. But Peter did it. Maybe you forgot Peter anyway. Just remembered you.
Yeah, my network. I didn't forget Peter. No, I didn't forget Peter because I know that Peter did not do it by his power. It was
But
through the
they
help
ask
of
you, can you
God
do it?
there.
They didn't say you can do it with your own power. They know that you have the power of God, you are a Christian.
Yeah.
But you said you can't do it. It is only when you are a God you can do it.
I said it is only a God that can do
Yes,
that.
and
Why
Peter
should I
is
walk
not
on water?
a God.
Okay, let me ask you a very simple question. Who commanded Peter to do that? Is it God or human being?
Yes, and the same God also commands you that greater works that I do, you shall do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
With, Je-
cognitive
with
dissonance.
Jesus' name, all things are possible now.
Anyway, Christianity,
This
this Bible will bring. Once you know the Bible, you can really enjoy them with the same Bible.
Chris, so what about his pastor? I think his pastor can do that because his pastor communicate with God, with Yahweh.
You see, Chris, the problem is that he said logically it makes sense for a man to walk on water. And not asking, you know, the principle of buoyancy. You need to displace an amount of water that is more than your weight in order for you to be able to float. That's the principle. So how does it make sense logically that a man is able to walk on water? And he said it's because he's part God.
I
How
think Chris
can a man?
is having a network problem.
So he said that Chris he said that Jesus Christ was part God. That was how he was able to do it. Is that what he said?
This guy self.
Chris, was that what he said?
I said it
So
only take
so
a God to do that. It's only a
no,
God
he
that
said
can do that, to
part
walk on
God.
water.
And Chris
I
said that
mentioned that before I made any statement.
Peter did the
What
same
you
thing,
ask
and
me
Peter
is
is
if
not
it is
God.
logic. What you ask me is if Muslims who ask about Jesus using logic, are they right or wrong? Should they use? I said yes, it's fine. And when you answer them, they still try to, run away from that because they have actually taken the belief they want to rely on. So we don't force them, brother. All right? The truth is in the scripture. If you say it's a lie, then go and debunk the scripture.
The scripture has not been proven. You only debunk things that have been proven.
I don't know what you're talking about, please.
There's no need to debunk the
I
scripture.
said, if a Muslim
Please.
thinks, if a Muslim thinks that the scriptures are not what it is, then he should go ahead and debunk the scripture. It
You
is
can't
written
debunk
there.
a claim.
Excuse me,
The
please,
scripture
Chris.
is
Even
there.
he,
Is that your baby? Chris.
even a Muslim who is speaking cannot
Yes,
speak
that is the
outside the
mother and
Quran.
the third child.
Okay,
Are you getting
congratulations,
it?
bro.
Thank you.
Even a Muslim who
I'm
is
in their
speaking
room.
cannot
You
speak
can't see I'm
outside
in
the Quran.
children's room.
Okay, I see that. Big up yourself.
So how do we not know that what they are saying is wrong? Is when you question their book. If you question
We know
Quran,
it's wrong
then you
because
will see that
a
they
man
will
cannot
run.
walk on water.
They will run. So my brother, that's what it is, bro.
No, we know it's wrong because a man cannot walk on water. Logically, it makes no sense.
Derek, let me tell you something. You see, the Bible is not written because of atheists. Whatever you want to choose, go ahead with it. That's how I reply you. I don't care about whether people can walk on water. I don't give. That's not. I don't even care about that. All right.
Shouldn't you, well, Wizzy Papi is one of the claims in the Bible. Shouldn't you care about it?
This like Wizzy is
Care
angry.
about it. I
Wizzy,
don't
please
care
calm
about
down.
it, brother.
Wizzy, please calm down. Calm down.
No, I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm not angry.
Okay.
There are statements atheists make
Because
sometimes.
it's
That's why I
not
can.
possible, brother. So you don't need to be
No,
calming
wait,
it
wait.
down. It's not possible.
There are statements atheists make sometimes. That's why you see me come up to ask them
Yes,
questions.
and
You see,
it's
as I am
true.
now.
And it's true.
You see, as I am now, I'm a believer. When I say I'm a believer, I'm a strong believer.
That's
Yeah.
something
But
you
you
should
can't tell
understand.
me that because.
And
But
those
you can't
statements
tell me
that
because I'm a
atheists
believer
are true
that I'm
statements.
dumb. You see,
I can
that
tell you
because
that.
I'm a believer, then I'm walking sheepishly, or I don't know what I'm doing. Like some of
But,
the atheists who keep saying these people are just, they use certain words for them. You
yeah, but
see,
the
maybe
Bible
you
said
say
that
they
you
are
are.
gullible, they are just sheeps, they are
Yeah,
mumu.
the Bible said
No, no,
you
no,
are a
no.
sheep.
That's the ones I don't take. Then when you say that, then we'll have to discuss. Let's not
They
know
go
if I'm.
accept that one, but if normal human be tell them, they're not gonna accept that one.
No,
Just
Wizzy, you are a
imagine.
sheep
You
according to
understand?
the Bible. Why are you not angry?
If you say we are
Wizzy,
sheep,
it's not atheists that call you sheep now. You supposed to know now. You
It's
supposed
your
to know your Bible.
no. If you call me a sheep and the sheep you are defining is like you're seeing a believer as mumu,